Surprise! It's been too long, everybody. What's going on? The music is in my ears, and I am going to turn that down while I have the game running in my ear as well. No, I'm sorry. I think... Oh, God, what the fuck is Usami doing here? Get out of there. Okay. No. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? We are back with more chaos and chaos and disorder, and with me are. You can introduce your guys now.
People at once now, come on.
You're going to introduce us one by one, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
Well, who wants to go first?
Well, obviously there's me, your co-host. Imani is back in the house, and welcome back, everybody! I've missed y'all!
Yeah. It has been too long.
I'm here as well, Alan Peterson. We're going to be doing plenty more chaos and disorder, alright?
I'm very excited to get back to this. So we have our voice actors here. We did a little bit of changing around this time with some of the voice acting, so the judge will now be played by Alan today, because what I want to do is a fun thing where each day we stream, the judge will be voiced by a different guy.
Ella?
Make it fun.
Mm-hmm.
What?
You're forgetting someone.
I
haven't gotten myself introduction in.
Go on, before we catch up, introduce yourself, go on. No problem with
Hi,
that.
I'm 117, I've been around. I voiced Herlock Sholmes, your favorite fly on the wall / cicada.
The favorite British cicada.
Yes.
Everyone's favorite British legally distinct detective.
Yes.
Cicada. You should have said cicada. And then last we have...
Alright.
There you are. So, yes, we have the Haxorus, aka Von Zeeks, with us here today. So, now that I have the proper music running, D-Money, do you remember what happened last time?
Do I remember? Wait a minute, it's all coming back to me now. Last time, the trial against Yoseki Decimate began, and as we started, we learned that he went to a bookstore and then proceeded to go home before encountering Miss Olive Green. And then, just when it looked like we were about to get some points in, the jury voted guilty, so we had to do an emergency space examination and got some jurors back on our side. But then, Matt Zeeks introduced two witnesses, a young couple, which consisted of a cop and a lovely young woman. I forgot their names, so don't ask me. Anyway, we interrogated them and learned that the woman wasn't telling the truth fully because she listed the number of books wrong. But then, surprise, Van Zeeks pulled out an Uno reverse card and revealed that Miss Olive Green actually had another book with her. But get this catch: the book was burnt, and it was The Lion's Pride, and it was Mr. Garrett's book that was lost after his wife went cuckoo crazy. But then, Mr. Garrett's wife, who was in the jury stand, was pissed off, and she called us out, and then all the jurors simultaneously voted guilty again. So it looks like we're going to do an investigation examination to get our client back on the side of good and prevent his execution.
Dang, good for you.
Wow.
Also, is there like feedback? Yeah, I think there's feedback coming in. Let me unplug my mic really quick. Give me one moment, guys.
One.
Okie dokie then.
Moment later.
So, side notes for the bridge version.
Okay.
Alfred has been accused of a crime, and a victim that has not been murdered. Attempted murder.
Testing? Oh, wait.
Hello.
No.
There we go.
Hello.
I was making sure my icon could speak.
It's fine.
Okay, yeah, it just needed to be restarted. Alright. Anyways, I'm gonna turn this music off. Turn up the game music. There we go.
And let's get right into the court
So, here's where we landed. I wanna... Oh shit, I did not mean to do that. The last line ended up being... Okay, hold on.
Whoops.
Alright, continue.
Why, what happened?
Yes. Okay, hold on. I gotta get the last line from, Okay, here we go. T. So the line that you did not do is the defense exercise the thing. So just read that line really quick.
The defense to
It's
exercise its right to
it's
assimilation
Ryunosuke.
examination.
That's Ryunosuke.
Ryunosuke.
Server! Guys, remember the voice casting! Remember the voice casting pin! Read your damn things!
Okay, Gravy, this really is chaotic and disorderly.
Yes, anyways. Anyways,
Okay, so
Ryunosuke, you first.
I need absolute silence, people. Okay. The defense asks to exercise its right to a summation examination.
And then Von Seek says...
And now we continue.
Von Seek says...
I did say that.
Oh, okay.
You believe you still have some tricks up your sleeve?
I don't intend to trick anybody. I intend to uncover the truth. There's no time to be downcast. As long as there's a chance, I have to stay strong and determined. You are filled with determination.
Oh, dagnabbit.
You leveled up, Ryunosuke.
Alright, of course to be continued, but this is where we did left off last time. But that is okay, yes. We're going back into this anyway.
Like as
Yes.
soon as the stream starts, to be continued.
Alright.
See ya, everyone. That was a good stream. Hope you have a nice day.
Okay.
Custom black.
Okay, guys, chillax. Alright, here we go. Back to the game. Okay, so Rolly and his partner are back. So yes, that will be my voice. So Alan, you are the judge today. So make up a voice. Make up whatever you want to do for this guy.
I have considered the defense counsel's request for a further summation examination of the jury. And I have determined that the court must uphold the defense's judicial right to this procedure. So, counsel, you will now proceed with your second summation examination.
Also, really quick, thank you for the follow, Wolf. Even though you were moderator. Oh shit. Sorry. Shit.
It happens.
Wrong button.
Apparently scroll.
It's okay.
Apparently scroll is a button. All right. Here you go.
Anyway, where was I? I presume the jury is ready, Mr. Foreman.
And then you are Fairbank, by the way, Alan.
Oh, right. We are, my lord.
Okay.
Very good. In that case, I must...
God damn it.
Tell us. Oh, your roll there.
Apparently scroll means go to the next chat. There you go.
Very well. In that case, I must ask each of you now to state clearly and concisely for the court the grounds on which you find the defendant guilty of this crime.
Okay. Now, there we go. I wanted to scroll down and make sure I was leveled with the chat. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, so Whiteblade was 3 and 6. Yeah. 3 and 6. Money was number 5, and I was number 2, and Miss Garadeb, and then Fairblade is on. Alright, here we go.
The accused left behind evidence at the scene, didn't he? Those 3 books of his.
If there was some novel alternative explanation about how the victim was stabbed, I might reconsider.
Even if the woman was throwing books, it can't be related to this crime if the window was closed, can it?
Dearie me, it was only a little book, hardly life-threatening, even with a direct hit.
Look, I just want to get this over. If I didn't bring home champagne tonight, it would be a tiny bit of trouble.
Come to think of it, we had a fire at home a while ago. It gave me the sneezes.
What does that have anything to do with the court case?
That has nothing to do with this court case except for the reveal that, oh great, he had the same coding as the victim.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, considerably more tangible arguments from all members of the jury this time around, it seems. With one notable exception, of course.
My learned student friend was unable to find fault in the previous witness testimony.
Wait a second.
So the court must accept the fact that it was indeed the accused seen fleeing from the scene. And moreover,
Can you quit with the throwing your glass?
It's just
no
so
one else was
reasonable.
even at the scene to commit the crime.
Well, if the witnesses are correct, it would seem as if the conclusion is somewhat set in stone. I fail to see how it can be argued any other way.
That means, I'm afraid, that during the summonation examination, it's essential that you establish some other tangible explanation for the facts.
And how? Won't even constitute a tangible explanation here.
Hacks.
Ronziques, that's
Hacks.
you.
Hacks.
Isn't it obvious?
Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
sorry.
You're
I
fine.
mean, is it though?
Who stabbed the woman and how? Those two details are all you need to provide. Simply give us a name and a method by which the attack was conducted.
And there I was thinking this might be hard.
But Mr. Naruhodo, you have to do it. Otherwise, this really will be where the trial ends.
No pressure then.
That's quite enough preamble. Proceed with the summation examination, please.
Okay, so we got an objective now.
Yeah.
I presume you are prepared, counsel?
Oh, yes, my lord. Realistic. Focus your mind.
Dun dun.
Oh, hi there. Steve.
This makes an examination.
I don't know why it's doing that. Can I? Oh,
well,
fuck.
Anyway,
It's going to be juror number 4, the maid. Or should I say, Miss Garadeb?
We have a book that disappeared from the Garadev's house on the evening of the incident. And the 4th book found in the victim's hand.
There must be a way to link the two. Yes, that's what we have to find. Using every technique I've learned in my short career so far, whatever it takes.
Don't forget to keep an eye on Miss Garadeb and how she reacts, even to the things other people say.
Oh, so we might have to press everybody.
Yeah,
It's
for
yes,
everyone
yes,
here.
yeah.
Really, we should.
All
Well,
right.
not everybody. I still think juror number 5 is not helping this.
Give me
He's
one.
not
situation.
Give me
There we
1
go.
second. I'm just. I'm gonna do something really quick. Friends, and I'm gonna say invisible for now. All right.
Okay.
Here we go. The defense's
say-
rebuttal.
I'd say for safety, just press every single person.
Let's just try that for now. At least the ones that look invaluable. So let's see. So juror number 1, juror number 2, juror number 3. Okay, just making sure buttons work. So number 3. I will definitely press her. I don't know if I should press 5, but
Press him.
press
Never know.
6.
Not giving away useful information.
All
Let's
right.
just see. Let's
Yeah.
begin.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
But as we now know, there were 4 books, not 3.
well, what difference does it make?
There's every possibility that the 4th book, in fact, belongs in the defendant's land vault.
Yes, that's the part I have a problem with.
Sorry.
Well, at the point the woman was stabbed, this landlord fellow was home, wasn't he? Enjoying a fiery scrap with his wife or something, you said.
That's not exactly how I put it, no.
Well, anyway, the point is, the fellow and his wife were somewhere else when it happened.
I think that's what you call a strong alibi.
So it couldn't have been the landlord who did it, which only leaves the Nipponese fellow. Honestly, I can't see what all this palaver is about. It's a done deal, isn't it?
I suppose it is, since I've got nothing witty left to say.
All right. Number 2.
Okay.
That doesn't work.
Now, alternate explanation about how the victim was stabbed. Okay, let's see if this gets right. So, you might be willing to change your decision, you mean?
my, such delight on your face. But I'm afraid I shan't be swayed by emotion. Despite what you may think of me, I'm a very modern, metropolitan, and rational woman.
That's great.
If one reads the morning papers, it's all forgotten by tea time, isn't it? So why read them in the first place? You see, modern, metropolitan, and rational thinking, wouldn't you say?
Do your worst, hubris! Do your worst!
How do you think that?
Anyways,
Yeah, read the
Let's,
chat. Read the chat.
What do you even... Never mind.
And not at all extreme.
As I see it, an overwhelming suspicious Japanese man has been implicated by overwhelmingly strong testimony. Despite one or two minor puzzlements, I do declare that the man is overwhelmingly guilty. Modern, metropolitan, and rational logic, wouldn't you say?
Overwhelmingly.
But us modern gals are always delighted to embrace new fads, you know. So I'd be only too happy to consider an exciting new theory if you could come up with one.
I'd be happy to do that too, if only I could.
Let's do our very best not to disappoint the modern and metropolitan young lady.
Right. I'm glad you omitted rational there.
Alright, number 3.
Also, while we have a quick break, hubris, don't mess with us. I mean,
He
you
was
were,
talking
you
to
were
me.
Here in the chat before. If you want to mess with us, just come back here and do it. Anyway,
Now
we're
don't
continuing.
tempt him.
I have
What
my
about the
phone.
possibility that the
I
window
do
was
have
open?
my phone. I do have my phone out in case he decides, oh, I want to be invited to the call. So, I do have my phone out in case it happens.
Lol.
What about the possibility that the window was open?
Hold on a second.
That,
Alright, anyway.
that's an interesting possibility.
What about it? I mean, there is no way it could have been.
How can you be so sure?
The prosecutor fellow over there said it earlier, didn't he? Winter and London, no joke. You don't want to invite the sort of cold indoors.
That would be a reason to close the windows, but remember, we're trying to play the accident into this and see if it's the truth. So,
Okay.
because
not
remember,
smart.
there was smoke that came out of the window. So if the book, The Lion's Pride, was outside, it would only because the smoke, and they had to open the window so the smoke would get out. And since it was probably, dark in that corner, I'm thinking Mr. Garrett could have thrown something that was the knife, and he could have dodged it and it went out of the window. I'm thinking that's something. But
Let's continue.
yeah, but that's my theory.
No, that window wasn't open. Us Londoners like sitting by the fire and staying warm, see?
But you couldn't categorically state that the window was open, could you?
It wasn't. It just wasn't. They wouldn't have opened it.
Then what's the point of even having windows, huh? Alan, you there? Alan?
Alan?
Oh, sorry, yeah, my mic was you because someone was walking by.
You're
Anyway,
fine.
counsel, you will kindly refrain from childish bickering.
Oh, I'm sorry. Somehow I need to show the reliable proof that the window was open. Because this young man's going to pledge otherwise.
All right, Miss Garrett.
I don't think Miss Scaradev's gonna budge.
Let's
I don't
just-
think she's gonna budge.
Well,
if
let's
we
just
even
say,
talk to her.
well, we're pressing for everything right now. We're trying to figure out what's the connection.
But the little book was on fire at the time, was it not?
With flames of love, I have,
There's really no such thing as a loving incendiary bomb.
Not with that lack of
Well, he
imagination.
brought it upon himself. It's playing with fire to betray a fiery love. Isn't it?
Hey,
well,
Bella.
don't you agree? What?
You're cutting in and out when you're speaking. Just letting you know.
That's Discord's fault. She's going to be here clear on screen.
You know what? Let me, Give me a second.
I mean, chat, can you hear
What about
loud
now?
and clear on the stream?
What about now? Is it, like, doing it?
No, I
What about now?
Like, I can hear you, yeah.
I can hear you.
Am I cutting in and out?
No.
Okay.
Very good.
It was probably just a sensitivity. Hold on. I gotta finish my line. Oh, isn't it? Well, don't you agree? Okay.
Oh, well, any kind of betrayal is certainly a bad thing, yes. But I think the argument might have arisen out of your misunderstanding, Miss Garrett.
Whoa.
Never you mind that! The point is, we were just having a jovial little dispute, nothing more. And I won't have any more of these suggestions that it wasn't anything to do whatsoever to do with this crime.
So will you stop slapping the juror right next to you? I mean, come on.
I'm standing right here. My arm doesn't appreciate this. Right. Well, we'll see about that. But what about juror number 5? He doesn't seem to be turning a hair, Miss Garrett, as well as onslaught.
It's almost
That
as
is
though he's
suspicious.
used to it. What a gentle soul he is.
Alright,
Okay.
now we're gonna press number 5.
Yeah, well, let's see. Let's see if anything comes of it. You just want to get this over with? How can you sit there and say something like that? A man's future is at stake here. Well, you and me both then, like I said before. What? I told you already. I'm a day laborer, aren't I? If I don't bring home some ready to me tonight, you'll find me looking face down in the fields tomorrow morning.
Thames.
What?
That's Thames.
It's Thames, actually.
No, it's the River Thames.
No, the River Thames. Oh my god.
No, it's pronounced Thames.
We're
River
not
Thames.
starting to debate, please. We're already in a court case.
Yeah, let's... Anyway.
You and me, my missus isn't one to mess about. You know, she can be fierce, believe you me. Another shitty example of marital bliss, then. A situation like this broke up the other day. It was, well, you know, it's funny, but I can't quite remember. For the love of fuck, why can't one of these guys remember shit? Alright?
Perhaps juror number
It was too frightening. That's the thing. I must have blown to theirs.
Bless you.
I wonder if Mr. B will ever I wonder if Mr. B will ever be dragged into the Thames by a scarf.
Thames.
Thames.
Don't even go there.
Don't even bother.
Whatever.
Must be somebody with Dog's memory about this. Okay,
I
juror
think
number
juror
6.
number 6 might be useful.
A fire at home. What kind of fire? Where was it? Does that have anything to do with your decision about the defendant's capability in this case? Don't blame me.
Sorry, what's that? You have to speak up, lad.
Oh, dear.
Could you tell us more about that fire?
It was last winter my grandchildren baked me a lovely cake on my birthday.
Aww.
Okay.
It was 75 candles on top. It did. What a sight to behold!
And this is why... Yeah, this is why people prefer using number candles now.
Yeah.
You put candles on a cake? Was it some kind of devil worship?
Oh, good grief.
Of course not! It was an angel cake to celebrate my birthday, obviously. My heart can't handle devil cake anymore.
Alright, hold on a second. Do not disturb. There we go. Alright, so...
It seems that's a common custom here in Great Britain, Mr. Naruhodo.
Anyway, I mustered all my puff to blow them out. Oh, I must have blown it wrong somehow, and the flames didn't go out. The candles went flying all over the room. The furniture caught and everything went up. The whole place filled with smoke.
Definitely sounds like devil worship to me. And by the sneezes, I presume you mean a cold, but how did you catch a cold from a fire?
But the fiasco it was, the great children blessed them threw water over me as they tried to put out the fires. And then because the whole room was filled with smoke, of course.
Yep, there it is.
The windows to clear it.
There it is. That's our sentence.
Wow. Yeah. 6 and 3. Pit them. The windows.
The bitter winter air brushed over me like the devil dancing on my grave it did. And he was fierce too. I caught a terrible cold from it and put me in the hospital for a while. I won't forget that birthday in a hurry, that's for sure.
I knew it was devil worship. But something about this old man's story is playing on my mind for some reason. Ryonosuke, I love you, but you are denser than a brick wall.
We need to demonstrate
Hi,
who,
Phoenix Wright.
apart from Mr.
Descendant.
Natsume, could have attacked the young woman on the street,
Ancestor.
as well as how he or she could have done it.
Yes, but once again, the jurors' statements are full of personal prejudice. A lot of them seem convinced that they're right, even in the face of logical arguments to the contrary.
I think you're going to need to pit them against each other to force them to accept an alternative explanation.
Yes. I don't necessarily need to find contradiction between their assertions. Just a connection might do the trick. Alright, see what I can do. If anything stands out, I'll go in for a strike, and we already have something that stands out.
That's the spirit.
All right, here we go. So, all right, so
Number 6 is to 3. No. You got the wrong guy. Go back. You got the wrong guy.
oh, I see.
6.
Right.
Go to 6.
There we go.
Get to go to 6.
That's what we meant. Sorry about that. I thought I clicked on the guy. I'm sorry. Go on.
These two jurors' statements clearly contradicting one another.
They do? How exactly, counsel?
Don't point me at the game. I told you it wasn't me. What's that you say? Speak up, lad, speak up.
Juror number 3, do you see?
Oh, me? See what, sir?
Did you hear juror number 6's account of his birthday celebrations last year? It seems, despite being a Londoner, he once opened his windows in the middle of winter.
Yes, of course, because it was an emergency. I mean, obviously, if the room was full of smoke for the fire, you'd be mad not to open the...
Oh, it's starting to click.
Oh, bother!
Exactly. On the day in question, at the time of the incident, there was a fire in the Garrett household. And Mr. Garrett had the following to say about it. The whole place filled with smoke.
Oh.
Dude.
Oh.
Tons of tea whenever she's panicking, it seems.
Yeah.
Juror number 4, do you have something to say about that? Jesus, she can pound it down.
Right, right.
Miss Garrett,
Huh? Dearie me! What is the meaning of this? How dare you imply that I'm hiding who I really am?
it's imperative that you confirm something for the court. So please, it's time to drop the pretense now.
What is this?
When the fire started in your house that day, did you or your husband open the window?
What? I beg your pardon? What are you insinuating?
The room would have been with smoke after the carpet and bookcase caught fire as they did. In a situation like that, it's inconceivable that you wouldn't have opened the window.
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
And what if we did?
And
Oh, all right then. Yes, you're right. My husband was frantically trying to open the window, which can have been easy since I continued to give him a justly deserved book battering.
even though your house was on fire,
Oh, you never stop growing until the anger subsides. It would be terrible bad for the nerves to do
And
otherwise.
she got out.
well, she got off her Discord. It's gonna be fine.
What? Oh, God.
Anyway.
I
Anyway.
should have realized. Of course, I should have realized.
I don't know why. I think maybe it was loud. How loud I was? I mean, I turned down the volume.
Yeah, it was probably how loud you were.
Anyway, okay.
Was.
That's a significant step forward, Mr. Naruhodo. You managed to establish that the window was open. We simply must have that added to Miss Garadep's formal statement.
Right. Now you mention it, yes, the window was open at the time. I'd clean forgotten, but it's true.
Okay, so the fourth book found at the scene of the crime shows very obvious signs of fire damage. And the title of the book, The Lion's Pride. The same title, in fact, as the book that Mr. Garrett had told us he had been reading.
Well, I really couldn't say. She's frantic.
On the day in question, did you or did you not throw at your husband a copy of The Lion's Pride that he had been reading?
Your teacher speaks volumes.
I did. Oh. It was the first thing I could lay my hands on, so I hurled it straight at him. And now you've come to mention it, yes. He was rather enjoying reading it, you're right.
Why did you not reveal this information to the court from the outset?
Because I couldn't, you insolent little man. I didn't remember.
These people have freaking goldfish memory.
Hold on. She
What's
said.
this, Steve?
Hold on. She said she couldn't. The I didn't remember could be an excuse if you think about it. At times
Well,
like that,
if you-
you pick up and throw whatever you can lay your hands on, as well as you know.
I really don't.
I barely noticed I was throwing a book, much less the title of it. Oh. Why is he going nuts? Doing that thing.
What is it, juror number 5? You know something? I remember what it was. The memory I brought out. Yeah, I was listening to what his granny was saying. Put it all floating back.
Granny!
Who are you calling a granny, you cheeky devil? I'm
I'll be
Mrs.
right back.
Garadeb or the maid, I'll have you know.
The man doesn't even flinch. Please tell me that's not because he's so used to getting hit all the time. Oh, that's dark. It was about 2 weeks ago now. I just got back from after work, like. I put my hand in my pocket for the wages I earned that day, and I nearly died. There was a hole, and my next penny had dropped out.
Oh.
Oh dear, what disaster. You haven't heard the half of it, boy.
Oh dear.
No? The wife was cutting up some chicken at the time. I could hardly get words out, but I told her straight. Most of the day's wages have. Next thing I knew, the blade was missing past my ear. Stuck to the wall next to me. About instant. Wait a damn minute.
He threw.
Wait a
The
minute.
woman threw a blade.
Into the wall, and
About
the knife
dead
was
speed.
Juror number 2.
Remember that guy about
You
this?
can use this to convince juror number 2.
Yep.
No, woman. Just where can you know that god awful stench of the babes?
Tams. Tams.
Whatever the fuck.
You know what? Hold on. Hey Siri. How do you pronounce the river of Thames? Okay. Alright, let's see. Oh, Thames. He's right.
Oh. Okay. What the?
Yep.
You see?
Anyways.
Together, it makes the sound, what the fuck?
Oh, did
Alright,
you finish
fine,
your line?
I can spit it, and you know that god awful stench of the Thames. I was
Thames.
sure I was going to end up face down in the muddy banks that night, I can tell you.
Ooh.
Now, it's a real disaster, isn't it? I'll never use the word lightly again. Anyway, the woman trying to make his list. When women lose their leg, they'll throw anything at you. Knives, hatchets, hammers, you name it.
Exactly.
Mr. Naruhodo, are so short-tempered and unrefined.
I was talking about slow.
Throwing household objects at people is, well, it's so uncivilized. At least attack with honor. Use a bow or the like.
You're
Talking
not
about slow.
helping!
No.
If I get tossed again, I swear to God.
If you toss me a third fucking time after this whole thing, I am going to literally scream to the heavens.
Anyway. Did you finish your line?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I didn't hear the last part.
Never mind. Anyway, this man's words could be rather significant, I think.
All right, we'll come back to the bow and arrow thing later, if I dare.
Okay, here we go.
To keep that for later.
Oh wait, we can do this. There we go. Here we go. Yep, there it is.
Those two statements clearly have a deeply significant connection.
Oh, good grief! You mean they don't contradict each other? Explain, Counsel, at once!
Juror number 2, do you think perhaps that this could be one such novel alternative?
Oh my, whatever do you mean?
An alternative explanation as to how the victim was stabbed in the back. What are you joking about? We've demonstrated that the fourth book, The Lion's Cry, that was found in the scene of the crime, originated in Mr. Garrett's room on the top floor of his house. Therefore, it's equally possible that some other object besides the book could have found its way from the Garrett household to the street below. Let's just stare.
Excuse me for a second. Do we have the... Okay, I want to check something here really quick.
I don't think it has a label. That's what you're looking for. We know that the tip has been dulled.
Okay.
Or cut off because it was removed from a brick wall.
Or maybe bounced off the wall?
No.
No,
It's
this is
much
what I
more
think.
sillier.
No, this is what I think. Miss Garrett throws the knife out the window. It goes into the woman's back, but there's something that was blocking it that chips the knife off the part of the knife. It could have been a book. If you think about it. Because we did find
That's
books with the
insane.
woman, see? Because there are books with her. So, it could be whatever was blocking that back, it could have been something, so. Anyways, here we go.
After all, Miss Garrett could have thrown any number of different objects at her husband. Isn't that right, juror number 4?
What are you insinuating now, you little beanpole?
Beanpole? Language, madame?
You call me skinny? I'm beginning
They're racist.
God
I'm beginning
damn.
to think that ever since the true origins of this book came to light, perhaps she's had a feeling this might be what happened.
Now you listen here, you Eastern Gala. As the foreman of this jury, I demand a straight answer. You give us this yarn about some other object making its way out of the house. But what? What was it?
We can tell you.
Oh, we can. We have the evidence.
Can't we? I'm taking a big gamble here. That was a bold accusation to make, but I haven't any real evidence to back it up.
All right.
I'm just certain, at the very least, I want further investigation. All right, Mr. Foreman, I'll try to explain the defense's theory. The other object that found its way from the Garrett household to the scene of the crime was...
We hope it's the knife. Actually, you know what? Hold on.
Safe, yes, perfectly safe.
There we go. All right. I wanted to make sure I did that first before I pressed the knife. All right, here we go. So knife. Oh wait. Oh shit. Nope, that's not what I meant. Yeah, present. R.
Juror number 4, Miss Garradab.
What? No!
I must apologize in advance for this, but I need you to confirm something else for the court. This knife. Have you ever seen this knife before?
It's clicking. Potson, what on earth are you doing? That's the weapon that was launched into the victim's back, man!
My lord, remember that when the victim was attacked, Mr. and Mrs. Garrett were in the throes of an argument. Miss Garrett was hurling everything she could at her husband, who had been backed up against the window. A window that had been opened to clear the smoke, through which a book sailed to land at the crime scene.
You can't seriously believe that? The book was found in the victim's grasp.
Are you saying that it flew out the window across the street and landed neatly in her hand?
Huh? Even my missus hasn't got in like that.
You sure about
Yeah,
that?
I admit, there are many details we don't yet understand. But that's the point. That's precisely why we must not allow this trial to end. Not right now.
Oh my!
Miss Garrett, your answer, please. Have you seen this knife before or not? I swear to God, if you lie.
Thud.
Did she faint?
My lord?
Who said
Oh,
that?
my lord! I wish to change my decision! I'm a woman of my word, after all.
Thank you, man.
Yes, I agree. I certainly didn't see this coming, but I just don't think it would be right for this trial to come to an end now, with so many unanswered questions.
Mr. Foreman. I have to agree. Not that I think that Granny didn't mind.
Yes, you know what? I'm not quite happy after this at the moment either.
All together now, ladies and gents.
Only one lady.
And
Okay, the trial's starting to shift back in our favor.
yep.
Back in this. We did it.
Oh, congratulations, Mr. Naruhodo.
So, as a result of the defense's summation examination, a number of jurors' leanings have changed. 2 jurors call guilty, against 4 now calling innocent. Accordingly, the opinion of this court is divided.
Has nobody taken notice that the mother beer is painted?
And this trial will continue. They could probably do a recess to revive her.
Can we, get a mannequin
Hold
here,
on.
please?
Hold on. There's more. There's got to be more.
Yeah, there's always more. This is never that simple.
Okay.
Now then, Lord Van Zeeks, how does the prosecution wish to proceed?
Oh.
Oh boy, here we go. You either don't drink the wine or you completely destroy the glass. How is there wine left in that bottle anyway?
I don't
Just
know.
infinite.
Hax,
Infinite
are you there?
Axe? Hello? Axe?
I think he went BRB. I'll just take over for him until he gets back. This trial is rapidly descending into a farce.
Wait a minute. Oh shoot, I was muted. Whoops.
Yeah, you were muted. Anyway.
Like a cork wine, the first few sips are enough.
Oh, God, Evan.
Once again, he destroys the glass. Would you stop being so wasteful?
But what follows is so repugnant. It's good for nothing. Save the gutter.
If I may, Lord Francis, the defense has just put forward a credible alternative explanation for what happened.
Credible? Is that your considered opinion, Mr. Foreman? The defense's argument is a joke, to which I barely know how to respond. But let me start by insisting that you must all be familiarized with yourselves better with the relative positions of those places being discussed.
What do you mean by that? What does it mean this time?
It should already be more apparent that between the crime scene and the Gerardov household runs a rather wide street, Briar Road.
Yeah.
Which means that the distance from the Gerardov's house to the scene is some, yes, 15 yards.
Let me see. 15 yards? That's around 14 meters.
14 meters? That's a little further than I imagined.
And as you ladies and gentlemen of the jury rightly noted as having portentous yeah.
Significance.
The fourth book was found in the victim's clutches.
BRB.
In other words, the smoldering book, wantonly hurled by the lady of the court, traveled some 15 yards to land on the opposite side of the road, neatly between the collapsed victim's fingers and thumb. Is that your final conclusion, my learned and deluded friend? And did the jackknife fall a near identical trajectory to the plunge into the middle of the victim's back? This fantasy is somewhat stretching in the notion of having a bad day for the victim, I think.
Okay, you know what I think? I think everybody's thinking that she's on one side of the road when she's probably right under where the lodgings is. That's the only way to figure out, like, how did the book get there, you know?
Yeah.
We just need to figure that part out at some point.
Anyways, even those pathetic serialized detective stories have more believable plots.
That's just mean. Oof. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame.
God dang it.
That prosecutor loves the sound of his own voice.
I had to. This is Otto.
Serialized detective stories are pathetic, are they? How dare he!
Maybe let's pick our battles here.
My lord, might I be allowed to speak?
As judicial assistant, you may speak for the defense. Yes, go ahead.
The prosecution may consider the idea a fantasy, but what the defense has postulated was believable enough to persuade the jury to change its leaning. And as such, the court has a duty to explore this alternative explanation as thoroughly as possible. To that end, juror number 4, Miss Joanne Gerardov, must be called to testify and submit the cross-examination!
Oh, damn!
Saints alive! A cross-examination of a juror? Order! 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 Well, this is highly irregular. It is unprecedented for a member of the jury to be summoned to the witness stand. And now he's getting rid of the whole bottle? Come on,
Like in the background, you just
And unnecessary.
like in
Just
the
as
background.
unnecessary as the mess you're making. I mean, come on.
It probably just hit someone's head over
Know
here.
how much those bottles and glasses are? I'm not gonna lie.
already said
They
it, by
have
the
to be
way.
expensive.
No, I heard you. No, he just throws the bottle and you're just here. Oh, my head! Oh, I think I'm bleeding!
It's a Molotov cocktail.
I was gonna say he's here. My leg!
My leg! No, my head! My head! Anyway.
Lord Van Zeeks.
Hey Bella,
Yes.
you know what would be a funny little side gag you would do for like during your YouTube videos? Just put a counter how much money he wasted for throwing those glasses of chalices and wines away.
Oh my
Just for
God.
shits and giggles.
Jack, calculate how much money this guy's wasted.
You know what? Hold on a second. We're in the 1890s, correct? I think it's like around 1890. 18.
Yeah, around that.
Okay. Hey Siri. How much was British wine in the 1890s?
You also might have to calculate the gold riddim chalices you froze.
Hold on a second. What? Price of British wine in the 1850s. We'll just say around there. Wow! Wines to London averaged around 1,500 live-year turnover per ton? Oh, here we go. Oh wait, no, that's 2020. Well, we don't have exact restaurant prices for 1850s, period. So in the 1950s, the bottles were about $15 to $24. So let's say they were about, calculate about maybe $5 into British pounds, maybe.
What do I have to calculate? 5. Let me grab up my calculator. So it's like $5.
I want to say maybe actually.
You're forgetting that age also is a factor with the wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear God. So, this bottle of wine from 200 years ago. So this would be about maybe 1821. Maybe. Around there.
Mm-hmm.
$30,000 at an auction.
Oh my
$30,000. So it probably was a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
And mind you, he's also destroying gold-rimmed glass chalices. That shit is not cheap.
That
Yeah.
must be freaking stacked.
You know what? Okay.
Clothes like that, I imagine he does have quite a lot of money to burn.
Prices of
He is a
wine
prosecutor.
in the 1800s. Let me try that. See if that helps. Okay, here we go. So let's say we have a cheap chalbis. Let's say we have a cheap chalbis. So that chalbis is worth 12 pounds right now. At that time, it would have been 1 shilling and a 6 pence.
Oh my god.
Because remember, as time grew, money started becoming more expensive, and now when gas used to be a fucking dollar is now almost $4, almost $3 or $4 right now. It depends on the quantity over quality. So let's say it was worth, all that bottle of wine and stuff would have been worth 1 shilling and a 6 pence, but now it's worth about 12 to 24 pounds right now, probably. I would assume. That's just me trying to think simple. Anyways.
There are already witnesses in the stand whose testimony the defense may further cross-examine. If my learned friend's partial or theory has any truth in it, then both a burning book and a jackknife must have flown through the sky before the couple's eyes.
But they can't. It was
They
foggy.
would be able to testify accordingly.
Were those two just doing that
They
this
can't.
entire time?
They can't see because it was foggy. They said it was foggy that time. How the frick are you supposed to see a throwing knife in the fog?
It's certainly interesting because, like I said, were those two just, doing the fist thing this entire time we never noticed?
Yeah, Patricia just grabs her husband's arms and goes, pew, 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 pew. Anyway.
What say you, witnesses?
Dude, like, fuck up.
Yes, sir. A constable roll a bit reporting for duty, sir.
Well, good morning, officer.
Sorry for dozing until now, sir. I haven't slept for a month on account of a villains who appeared on my pizza.
Oh, they are so heroic, these London bobbies.
Patricia, my darling, I've been neglecting you, but no more.
Oh, Raleigh, my hero, you make me swoon.
Very well. I hereby reject the defense's request.
Oh.
And order the witnesses in the stand to testify again.
Dang it.
State forthwith before the court any details pertaining to the defense's alternative explanation of events.
Yes, sir.
So is he gonna be awake now for this?
Here we go again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. His eyes look like they're dozing off, but I'm pretty sure he's awake.
Applebee's report.
This case has nothing to do with Mr. and Mr. Gerdeb, Mrs. Gerdeb. Believe me, a London Bobby's good for his word. You see, sir, the windows on the top floor of the Gerdeb house are top-hinged casements.
Obviously, if anything had been thrown out of the window, we would have seen it. I did leave the scene to go and fetch help, but my trusty Raleigh was there to make sure nothing was disturbed.
I didn't take me eye off the crime scene for one moment, sir. Nothing strange to report on that front, sir.
Okay then.
Well, wait a minute. They didn't talk about the fog.
Well, this is quite startling. Top-hinged casement windows.
That detail was not in the police report, Constable.
Yes, sorry about that. I must have been a little drowsy.
You cannot excuse your sins with drowsiness every time, Constable.
No, sir.
Sorry, but what exactly is a top-pitch case of window?
Oh, come on!
And you? You cannot excuse your ignorance with such trite remarks, my learned friend.
It's been here for a week, motherfucker. Of course, sorry.
I found it, Mr. Naruto. Cast your mind back to the windows in Mr. and Mrs. Gerdeb's room.
Alright, I'll try.
Suddenly there's Sherlock Holmes.
So the windows open in order to allow air to circulate inside the house.
Oh.
But as it's a top-hinged casement window, it swings open along the upper edge, you see.
So if she did throw the book, it would have traveled 15 yards. Would have just fallen.
No, it couldn't travel on the other side of the road. It could have fallen down.
That's what I meant. That's what I said. That's what I said.
Wait a minute.
Oh, sorry.
Is there something we don't...
Hit the window pane and just drops
Wait a minute.
What?
Think about it logically. Think about it logically. Why would the Okay, so think about it logically.
Mm-hmm.
The victim was found across the street, but the window was open here. I want you guys to think clearly on what happened.
Hey
What
guys,
I...
it would be...
Oh, sorry.
Hey guys, just a random thought. Crazy little thing I just thought of.
Yeah.
So what if someone moved the body to another location?
No, she looks too overweight at the time, and besides, Britain in 1800s didn't have the technology to move heavyweight bodies.
I would say it would be impossible, but not improbable. There are ways.
Well, here's the thing.
Well, let's see.
Well, here's my theory. I think that the woman was in the right spot, but however, I think Rolly and Patricia saw it opposite. So they're claiming that the woman was on the other side of the road when she was actually under the window, like under the distance of the window. And what I think happened is that when Olive picked up the book, The Lion's Pride, the knife came falling after and stabbed her right in the back. That's what I think happened. And here's the thing. But here's the thing. Nobody could see anything because it was foggy. Nothing.
Well, let's continue.
Yeah.
I'm glad you rectified your ignorance. The casement window's most prominent feature. It is its stay, a metal buffer which prevents the window from being opened beyond a certain amount.
It prevents it opening? It's news to me.
Absolutely correct, sir. In other words, if a book or knife were to have been thrown through the open window, it would have clattered against the pane and fallen straight down to the pavement below. The book hits the window, falls down, then the knife hits the window, falls down, and those two have seen the woman in the wrong side of the road.
So let's...
No.
You see the problem then. Good. Your education in Windows is complete.
Now it's time for your education in Mac.
There was never any possibility of either the book or the knife traveling 15 yards over the road. That is, unless the window pane had been shattered, something we discounted already.
Yeah, because I think when we went there, the windows weren't shattered. They were closed.
That can't be.
Did you see that, Riley? That young Japanese man just collapsed in agony.
Oh yes, my darling, I saw it. I saw how you crumbled before me.
Oh, Riley, you're so strong.
Peace.
Oh my god.
It never gets old. Counsel, if you'll drag yourself upright again and stop mumbling on the table, the court awaits your cross-examination.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh. God damn it.
My lord. Oh, good. Another desperate situation.
Alright, here we go.
Listen to that dude.
Alright, let's see what we can find out.
Alright, let's see.
Let's
So,
listen to all what they have to say.
Yeah, press everything. Every little thing could prove something.
hold on. Okay. Hold on. I'm pressing this.
Yeah.
But according to my notes here, the sun had gone down already and it was dark.
Oh, but Riley and I was rolling along, gazing at the night sky and looking for a lucky star.
Sorry?
The star that will guide us to eternal happiness.
Oh, looks like we gotta pay attention to their reactions.
Guide you to answer the question.
If a flaming book had cut across the sky in front of us, it would have lit up like a shooting star.
And if I'd seen a shooting star, I would have made a wish upon it. Let Riley be an inspector, I would have said. 3 times at least.
Of course, well, with the smoke and everything, we couldn't actually see any stars.
Anyways, in short, are you trying to say that neither a book nor knife crossed the sky before you?
Excuse me. Yes, sir. That is correct,
That
sir.
looks like
As
knowledge
sure
to
as
me,
the
boy.
night sky in London is starless, sir.
It surely seemed like that could be the truth.
And then we saw the poor woman fall to the ground, so we ran straight over to help her.
Okay.
Anything else we should try to...
I say press everything.
Hold on.
I mean...
You know what? I'm gonna press the last two.
First statement. Go to the first statement.
Yes.
Yeah, how are you so sure this has nothing to do with them? Especially
Yeah.
after one of them fainted on the stand.
Yeah.
How can you say that for certain?
A very good question, sir. And the answer is this, sir. It has the noble founding principles of the force written on it as a reminder to us, to all us policemen of our sworn duty.
He showed us that before, didn't he?
Did he? I can't say I remember.
To patrol the streets of London town and uphold the peace of the common man. It's what the job's all about. And that is why I can stand here today beside my long-suffering wife until your Bobby's good for his word. While rubbing my tired eyes a minute, sir.
Oh, Rolly, you're so manly.
Of course I am, my darling Patricia. Oh, Pat.
Oh, Rolly.
No, none of this is what I meant. I meant, how can you say for certain that this case has nothing to do with Mr. and Mrs. Garrett-Deb?
Ah, I see, sir. You should have said so earlier, sir.
Yes, well, so could you answer the question? That would make time,
Absolutely, sir. I will answer it to the fullest of my ability, sir. There's a surprising reason why Mr. and Mrs. Garrett-Deb's domestic dispute can't be related to this case. But before I get into that, sir, just one thing.
Yes?
I'd very much like you and all your countrymen to understand the great British institution of Scotland Yard. So I hope you'll take back some of the tales of us London bobbies and how we uphold our guiding principles.
I wasn't planning on going back just yet. I've only just arrived here.
You just can't catch a
So
break,
to that
can
end, sir, I'd be happy to lend you my warrant card for your pursuit. But I must warn you, you won't be able to get through with it without shedding a few tears.
Thank you, I'll try.
Constable Beats
that's a
warrant
little-
card. And that is when we do...
And looking to the evidence.
Okay, keep going.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah, we could just look at the.
I'm
we
looking
can
at
look
the
warrant
book.
card.
I'm looking at the card. Excuse me. Let's see. Item number 1. A policeman will strive to preserve the peace within his allotted beat. Item number 2. A patrolling officer is expected to walk 20 miles around his beat every day for the furtherance of community relations. Metropolitan regulations. Oh, this is principles, and then here's
Wait a
the
minute.
Metropolitan Police regulations. Item 1. Any crimes fall under the jurisdiction of the beat is in which they are discovered. When a crime is discovered on a beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigations and help detectives.
That sounds like a good motive if you were to ask me. Hee.
Wait a minute.
What?
It was
Okay.
the wife that went to go for help, and he stayed there to watch out for anything. He should have been the one that went.
No, he's
Yeah.
he should
Let's
have
keep testing on that.
Bella, don't you forget something? Within their allotted beat, in quotes.
Wait a minute. Let's move forward a little bit.
Yeah, let's ask about the. Let's try and press the whole. Yeah, that's it.
Let's
Yeah, let's press this.
go back.
Wait, go back now?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Let's just press this.
That's
Yeah.
Just
this
making
thing.
sure.
Yes, you said that you went to a nearby police box to fetch another officer. Is that right?
That's right, yes. If I had been on Rolly's beat, I would have known exactly where I was going, of course.
Don't feel bad, my love. You can't be expected to know the location of every police box on every beat.
So Rolly told me the way, only I sort of got a little lost on the way.
Patricia, my darling, that's why I love you. Your terrible sense of direction is bewitching to me. Oh, Pat.
Oh, Rolly!
Okay,
Oh,
I'll
brother.
go to the car.
Oh, wait. Say it. I won't.
Okay.
I wanted everyone to say it with.
Okay, 3,
Okay,
2,
do
1.
Oh, please.
Please.
Oh, well, right now.
So I suppose I was gone for about 15 minutes. But like I said, my Rolly was at the scene the whole time, making sure nothing was disturbed.
I was off duty at the time, of course, but a true bobby is never really off duty, sir.
Well, that didn't solve anything.
Wait a minute.
Guys,
Hold on.
Let's keep talking.
Hold on.
Let's keep testing.
Hold on. Let me check something really quick. Okay. Any crimes fall under the jurisdiction of the beat in which they are discovered. I feel like that's it.
Well, wait a minute. Let's testify this statement.
Okay.
Press every other statement just in case.
Okay.
Now we've already.
The second and the last one. That's what you haven't done.
Wait. Wait. So I didn't do that? No, wait,
So
we did do.
You did that one. You didn't do this one.
Alright. Let's just do this one first.
By which you mean they don't open fully, is that correct?
Yes, sir. They're just there to allow a bit of air through the house, you see. So they're restricted as to much how they open. How much they open.
And therefore, anything thrown out of the windows from outside the room would simply strike the pane and fall to the street directly below. For clarity, allow me to mark the map. Here is the location where the archers would have fallen.
Okay, so that could come back to bite him in the ass.
Yeah.
Yes, directly opposite the scene of the crime, on the other side of the rather wide road.
Would it have been so hard for somebody to mention this top-hit basement thing before? I mean,
Come on, you know these critical plot points don't get mentioned until it's most dramatically convenient.
Yeah, that is
I have
true.
another question for you, Constable.
Oh, right. What would that be, sir?
How do you even know? Why would you have any idea what sort of window this would scare the house is furnished with?
Ah, well, sir, that's very simple. You see, I helped with the investigation yesterday.
Oh,
Wait.
we got something.
Pursue.
Do this. Do you have something to add, Miss Beat?
Sorry?
You look, well, delighted. Is there some particular reason for that?
Oh, I was just remembering. That's all. We really were so lucky.
Lucky? What do you mean?
Well, of course I feel terrible for the poor woman who was attacked. Don't misunderstand me, please. But we were just so lucky it didn't happen on Rolly's beat. It was so close, you
Wait.
see.
Wait, whoa. Did it happen on the beat? Oh.
Wait,
Didn't happen on Raleigh's beat, she said.
Then who the fuck was responsible for that road?
I wonder.
Wait, alright, let's keep listening.
Yeah.
But stop thinking and
Oh, sorry. Sorry, did you want to read that? It was like, oh, I hadn't realized.
I read it.
Okay.
Oh, yes, that street, Briar Road. That's the boundary between Rolly's beat and the next one. Isn't that right, my love?
He fell
And he fell asleep again.
Possible beat. What the?
Yes, that's right. That's the reason I was helping out with interviewing the occupants of the Geradev household yesterday. Their house is on my beat, you see, sir.
That really was kind of close, though.
Constable, I wonder if you could clarify something. If the Geradev household is on your beat, does that mean that the pavement next to it is as well?
Outside Mr. Geradev's house? Yes, ma'am. The pavement on that side of the road is part of my beat.
I see. I was unaware of that.
Just think, if the woman had been just attacked on the other side of Briar Road, we would have never been able to go for that meal to celebrate our wedding anniversary. But that's the life of a Bobby, after all.
Extraordinary people are Bobbies, tirelessly working for the benefit of all Londoners.
Do you know what I think? I think it was the good Lord's way of rewarding my Rolly for all his hard work. Don't you think so, my darling?
That must be it, Pat, my love. That must be it.
I think now we should make sure we have the information officially on record.
Leave it to me, Mr. Naruhodo. I'll take care of it immediately.
The case file's information has been updated in the court record. Okay. The pavement where the victim was found lies just outside Constable Beat's beat, the border of which runs down the middle of Briar Road.
Okay.
And now it's my turn, I think.
Alright, and I'm pressing the last one.
Yeah.
Wait, did we get... Okay, I thought we got a new statement. Okay. Here we go. Press. Bless you! Jesus Christ!
That one snuck up from me.
Oh, I
Sorry.
thought that was Alan. I didn't realize that was you.
Stop. Why?
Alright, anyways.
Anyway,
You just sneezed off the wall. Nothing to report?
That's correct, sir. I had my eyes wide open the entire time, never looked away for a second. No one else approached the scene and nothing was removed from it. I swear to that on the yard's honor, sir.
Really? That seems a little strange.
Beg your pardon, sir. Strange, sir. Seems altogether regular to me.
This burnt copy of the Lion's Pride was originally in the Garrett telescope. The question remains, how did it find its way into the hand of the victim? Can you shed any light on that, seeing as you were at the scene of the crime the entire time?
Aha! Could it be a different copy, sir? One that just happened to be burnt as well?
Even if that was... Well, why would the victim have been gripping a book like that at her hand? As you can see from this photographic print, she had a bag over her shoulder.
Oh, I think the knife hit the bag. It could explain it.
Well, wait a minute.
Well, sir, that book was in the lady's hand from the moment we arrived at the scene.
Is that so? Something about this statement is not sitting right with me. Two mysteries, how that knife ended up in her back and how that book ended in her home. There must be some common thread between them.
Okay.
Oh,
Can I ask you something, please, Mr. Lawyer, sir?
Yes, of course. What is it?
You're doubting us, aren't you? I can tell.
What? I wasn't really, I mean, what shit?
Please, just because I'm a woman, it doesn't make my testimony any less valuable.
really? You're going
And here we go again.
with the angle?
You might just see me as the wife of...
police boxing.
God damn it.
You might just see me as the wife of a policeman, but I'm a woman of my word I am.
I really don't remember even suggesting that I doubted you.
No excuses. I don't want to hear it. My voice will be heard. My lord, you'll let me speak, won't you?
Yes, Mrs. Pete. I will allow you to supplement your testimony if you so desire.
Please stop hanging your husband.
God damn it.
Sometimes the path of least resistance is the sage one.
That was a very loud mother.
I heard that! That Japanese man thinks a policeman's wife's word counts for nothing, does he? Well, watch out, sir. I might let you get away with something like that, but my Rolly won't.
Duly noted, Miss Pete. Please, I humbly ask you to continue.
What could she possibly be about to say, I wonder?
Oh dear, what's going on now?
Alright, this is the last statement. Oh, wait, no, this is an edit.
Wait,
I know what I saw. My eyes never let me down. My sense of direction is a little off sometimes, though.
And what does that mean?
We're pressing this.
Miss Pete, nobody is questioning what you told us.
I saw it, I did. That evening, I saw it clearly. That little Eastern man with the whiskers and the funny curved back slinking away from the scene.
Huh.
And I know what I didn't see as well. I didn't see any flaming books or knives flying through the sky.
All very clear. You also mentioned something about having a poor sense of direction?
Oh, yes, well, that's a little embarrassing, really. I always end up at the wrong place when I've made arrangements to meet Rolly. He gets ever so cross.
Oh, there's something.
Wait, what? He looks like he has a headache.
What's going on here?
He looks like he has a headache.
Possible beats. Is there a problem?
And he's falling.
Oh.
Oh.
No, sir. No problem, sir.
Did your wife's remark just now bring something to mind, perhaps?
Oh, well, in a way, sir. Yes, sir. I was just remembering that the same thing happened that evening is all.
Huh?
Eh.
You mean Miss Beat lost her way on the night of the incident?
Well, you see, I sent her off to find a police box in the next beat over from mine, but she was gone a fair bit longer than what I was expecting. I thought she'd be back inside 10 minutes, but my darling was gone a good 15.
Oh, Rolly, you're such a tease. But the reason I was so long was because of the bouquet, silly.
The bouquet?
Sorry, what bouquet are you talking about?
Oh, it was a
Dear
present
Lord,
for our
man.
wedding anniversary. Rolly's
Sorry,
so
it was
romantic. He saved it up with farthings and pennies he found in the gutter while doing his rounds.
Yes. How romantic.
I'd forgotten all about it until just now. Had you, my darling?
Ah! Ah! Oh! Yes. But that was just between us. No talking about it to anyone else, darling. You have to promise.
Really? Oh.
What is that all about? Customer Pete looked very obviously troubled during that exchange.
I'm afraid I can't offer any useful insight, Mr. Naruhodo. But I'm quite sure of one thing. We have to ask Miss Beat about the bouquet.
Miss Beat, the bouquet you just mentioned. I'd like you to add details to your testimony, please.
Oh, really? Yes, I'd love to!
He's just like,
Nothing to say.
he's just like, shut this fucking woman up! For God's sakes! Okay, anyway.
What happened was I dropped my bouquet and ended up losing my way for a while.
And that last one. Okay, alright, so we've pressed everything. Now we gotta think. Put our thinking caps on, everybody.
Should I press that, or?
Wait a minute.
Now, wait a
I
minute.
mean,
Didn't we
what
grab
about
the
the
bouquet
details?
before?
Like, where was the bouquet? Like, where did she drop the
Oh,
bouquet?
Let me press it. Let me press it.
Press it.
Yeah, I'm gonna press it.
You mean you dropped the bouquet at the scene of the crime?
Yes, that's right! Oh, I was so upset. When we ran over and saw it, it was a woman with a knife in her back. I was just so shocked I dropped the bouquet Rolly gave me.
There was no bouquet at the scene of the crime!
Well, wait a minute. Okay. Let's keep talking.
It was in a
Let's
dark
keep-
spot where the street lights weren't casting any light, so I didn't notice at first.
And then you went to the police box to report the policeman whose beat was on?
Yes, and I came back to the scene together with the other constable, you see. That's when I spotted my bouquet again. But the funny thing was, when I went to pick it up, it was nowhere near the victim's body at all.
In case you need reminding Miss Beat, the victim is not deceased.
I was all flustered for a moment before I heard a voice calling me from the other side of the road.
Your husband, presumably?
That's right, silly me. I gone over to the wrong side of the street. Although I'm going to blame the bouquet this time. I can't think how it got there. I really can't.
The case about moved from one side of Briar Road to the opposite.
Curious indeed.
Isn't it? But the worst of it is, I forgot to pick the bouquet up again when we left the scene. That beautiful rose Rolly bought me. But that changed from the gutter he spent so long collecting.
By bouquet, do you perhaps mean this sorry, solitary rose?
Oh! Oh! Yes! Yes, that's it! That's it! That's the bouquet Rolly bought for me for our anniversary with little bits of change he found in the gutter!
Maybe just call it a rose.
Well, it's the thought that counts at least.
Anyway, tell us, Lord Francis, where did you come by the flower?
Let me guess, the other side of the street?
According to the report by the police officer in charge of the crime scene investigation, it was found on the edge of the pavement in front of the Geradev house.
What? No! No!
In front of the Garadev's house?
Hey, guys, remember what I told you about my wild idea about a body being moved?
Oh, wait! No, 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 no! Yeah, no, you did,
Keep
but...
talking.
Wait.
Keep talking. Let's keep this moving.
don't need
Okay,
to
well-
don't need to rush us. Jeez.
Although it wasn't noticed until the morning, as it laid where the street lamps cast no light. It was believed to be of no relevance to the case, since it was found on the opposite side of their thoroughfare.
Oh, thank you, sir, thank you. Could I have it back now, please?
No, I think for good measure, this rose should be added to the court report as evidence.
Oh.
The anniversary bouquet.
But it's a symbol of our love. I want it back after the trial. Do you hear me? I want it back.
Good grief. Rest assured that I shall do my very best not to forget Mrs. Beat.
I feel like the body.
Let's look at the rose. Maybe we can put
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah, let's do that. Right, examine. Oh, wait, oh, right. Here we go.
Wait a minute.
Newspaper. Wrapped in newspaper. Okay, what's... I don't think that's...
I can't find anything out of place. Oh,
Wait,
here we go.
what about the handle there?
Hold on.
An English rose. It's such a beautiful flower.
Wow. This is a rose, isn't it? I've never seen one before.
Do you not take an interest in flowers, Mr. Naruto?
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I do know 3 types of these.
Gosh, 3?
Yes, plum blossom, peach blossom, and cherry blossom. Oh, that's true.
Perhaps you should consider branching out, learning some that aren't tree-based, for example.
Wait a minute. You
Hold
branching
on.
out?
It's...
Oh, dang.
Oh my god.
Very stylish paper the flowers wrapped in, isn't it?
It's just an old newspaper, Mr. Naruto.
Oh, it's both because I'm not used to seeing English print. It's not, it's me.
Ah, I see.
Is something wrong?
Oh, no. I was just thinking that if you wrapped a stone-baked sweet potato in English newspaper, it might look like some sort of fancy cake.
Oh, that's sad. You do love your cakes.
Alright,
Let's,
yeah,
Nothing else.
so...
You know,
oh, wait, hold on. Oh, okay, that's just the rose discussion. Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, so let's go back.
And present.
What did we do here? My mind is blanking.
Hey, bud. He
What?
said he took off his. He didn't take off the eyes of the crime scene. What was not at the crime scene at the proper location?
Right! Oh, fuck! Give me a second.
Good job.
Save before you do it, please.
Yeah, I
Just
will.
in case.
Hold on, let me get to it. Give me a second. I'm rushing.
You're
I
rushing.
thought we were British.
I'm rushing.
Wash your
Oh.
jars off.
Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Oh shit.
Alright.
Now we
Well, Mr. Naruto, I think we did. Oh,
this tiger has been troubling me all along.
right.
But we're starting to get a picture of what really happened here now. Unfortunately, that opens being to the crime. And be sure that Miss Garrison was hiding something from us. Thus becoming increasingly clear that someone else is hiding something as well. I think I may already be armed with everything I need to strike a defensive blow here. This time, let's install ultra buttons.
Okay, here we go.
Alright, save, and then shoot.
Hold on, let me get to the last sentence so I don't have to scroll through all this. Okay, this one. Alright. Alright, save. Alright. Here we go.
Let's hope
We're
this
gonna
is right.
present the rose. Yep, it worked.
You claimed, Constable Beat, that there was nothing to report in the 15 or so minutes you were guarding the scene. But that cannot be.
What? What do you mean to say?
In your testimony just now, Miss Beat, you explained to the court that when you arrived back at the scene of the crime, the police were suggested to the beat, the bouquet you had dropped at the victim's side was no longer anywhere nearby.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yes, on the opposite side of Briar Road where the victim was attacked. But considering the size of the meager bouquet...
Meager. I think it's
single-
Meager. I think it's Meager.
Meager.
Yeah.
A bouquet, if a single sorry bloom can be so described.
Hey, at least one flower is easy enough
No,
for
no
love,
doubt.
you know.
No doubt it was blown in the wind across the street back into the gutter where it belongs.
Meager!
But if that were the case, why did Constable Beat not testify to the fact?
Oh.
Aha! Stumped you.
No one else approached the scene, and nothing was removed from it. Constable Beat swore that to Scotland Yard's honor. But the bouquet belonged to me! It has nothing to do with the case! That's why Rolly didn't mention it, I'm sure!
No, because sadly, it's not only your bouquet we're talking about here. More than one thing in this case is seriously the wrong way around.
What are you talking about?
Think about it. Besides Miss Beat's bouquet, there's Miss Garadev's book. Mr. Garadev's book. Mr. Garadev's copy of The Lion's Pride, thrown out the window by his wife,
Landed there.
would have struck the pane of the casement window and landed here on the west side of the street.
Yep. And yet,
And yet,
the flowers was found here.
it was actually found here on the opposite side of the road in the victim's hand. Meanwhile, according to the testimony we've heard, Miss Beat's bouquet should have been dropped here at the scene of the crime, on the east side of the street.
Yeah.
But in fact, it was actually found here, on the opposite side of the road, in front of Mr. and Mrs. Garandev's house. There's no logical explanation for those things. Unless somebody deliberately moved them.
Oh.
What are you trying to say? The way you're talking, it sounds like you think my Rolly's done something wrong!
Don't you listen to a word that scrawny lawyer says. Wittering on about books and bouquets. Why should we care? It's nitpicking, that's what it is.
Oh, good. Miss Garandev come round.
It took you this long to
Yeah, she
recover
was
from the
calmed
fight?
out. She was calmed out. You may call it nitpicking, Garandev. But deliberately meddling with the scene of a crime is a criminal offense. It's called,
Evidence
Tampering, Mr. No, hold on.
Oh! Ooh!
person responsible for this campaign cannot admit to it. For a very subtle but compelling reason.
Tampering? You barely heard the term before. Tell us, my learned friend, who could have possibly had the cause to carry out such an elaborate deception?
Yes, there is some tampering in the crime that all the evidence all testimony points to that one particular person.
Counsel, I must demand that you substantiate this conjecture. Who are you saying is responsible for tampering with the scene of the crime?
It's Constable Beat.
Or maybe it's the...
No!
It's Herlock Sholmes!
There's no question.
A nom guy. What if it's him?
No, it's Herlock Sholmes. No, I'm joking. You think it's Rolly?
Oh, yeah.
Rolly.
There's no one else at the scene of the crime but him.
Alright, hold on. 1 second.
Oh boy, I hope we're right here.
The only person that was there at the scene of the crime while his girlfriend.
That's right. That is true. Yeah, why would he do that?
Here we go. It worked!
Yeah.
Obviously, there's only one person it could have been. Possible, Rolly Beat! It was you!
What? A policeman? A member of Scotland Yard?
What nonsense! Why would my I really do something like that. There's no one straighter than my husband. No Bobby works more tirelessly for the people of London.
Miss Beat, you said in your testimony that your husband asked you to go to a nearby police box to arrest the officer on duty. The 15 minutes that you were absent from the scene is the only opportunity anyone had to tamper with it.
You're making it up. It's all nonsense. It's all lies. What about that Japanese man with the whiskers? I bet it was him. He did it.
If that was true, Constable Beat would have seen him do it.
Oh.
Give me 1 second. I am seeing messages that are not messages, but they are maybe messages that somehow messages. I don't know.
What?
I'm just being weird. Anyway,
And forgive me for pointing it out. When you dropped your bouquet, Miss Beat, it was after the defendant had fled the scene. Ugh! Well?
First, you making accusations about the landlord and his wife, and now you incriminate a policeman as well? But your accusations lacked one very important thing. You claimed that the crime scene was tampered with. But there's only one reason anyone would commit such a reckless crime: to hide something.
That's right, he's right. But my husband and I just happened to be there, that's all. So why would we have anything to hide? It doesn't make sense.
You have offered no motive for his alleged tampering. And until you do, your accusations are nothing but empty threats.
Hey guys, my 2 cents, and this has got to be pointing it out. What if the motive was to literally not ruin their date night?
Yeah, because remember?
yeah,
Remember
because
that
they had.
card he gave us?
Constable Beat had a very good reason for wanting to do the tamper scene of the crime.
Honestly, here's what I think. I don't think it was tampered. I honestly don't think it was tampered.
Well, wait a minute.
But remember, I'm sticking with the place that the body is actually on the right side of the road under Mr. Garadeb's home. I still believe that is the correct way.
That's the key to the entire affair.
Mr. Naruhodo, have you managed to solve this mystery?
Counsel, you have made a very serious accusation against a London police officer. If you are mistaken, I'm sure I need not point out that your reputation as a lawyer will be irrevocably damaged. With that stark warning in mind, you will now explain to the court the motive for this alleged tampering.
Yes, my lord. Constable Beat's motive for tampering the crime scene was to hide
Where the bouquet
Where
fell.
the bouquet fell. Oh, wait.
Wait, what?
where the bouquet fell to the ground. That's what he had to cover up all costs.
But I think it has to be the victim. And why exactly?
Huh? Oh, well, of course. The reason is,
Okay, hold
okay,
on.
we fucked up there.
Yeah, maybe we should go load back.
Wait, I don't think you saved before you.
Hold on, let me
Yeah.
see. Hold on. Okay. That's okay, we just...
There we go.
Yeah, like
We
I
made
said,
it back.
Yeah, I know, hold on, we're gonna skim through this.
Yeah, let's go, quick.
I'm trying!
Don't spin too quickly. Don't spin too quickly.
I'm reading, don't worry. Do not rush me, folks. Yep, after the defendant left. Okay. Yeah, I lack one thing. The tampered with is to hide something. Yep, and...
Wait a minute. I got it.
What?
He wants to hide where... Okay.
oh, before we do this, we better make sure we save this time.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, I got it. I found it out. I found it out.
Okay.
Where the victim fell. It's where the victim fell.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Where the victim fell.
Let's
All right.
see.
I feel like it might be the book, but let's try this one. Oh.
Where the victim fell to the ground. That is what this probably have to cover up at all costs.
What?
Where the victim fell? You mean where she was attacked? What are you talking about? We told you at the very start, didn't we? On the pavement of Briar Road, we saw it happen, remember? It was right here, as if anyone didn't already know.
That's certainly what everyone has been led to believe. But in fact, that isn't where the victim was stabbed at all.
What? What?
Oh, we are causing chaos.
I'm beginning to wonder where this tumultuous trial will end, Council.
If that's your assertion, then the court is dying to know, my Nipponese friend. Where are you proposing that the crime actually took place that evening?
Right.
Ooh, it's
Right
so
here.
obvious.
Right there.
Mhm.
Because that's where I believe the body is.
But
That's the opposite side of the road.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
The thing in question, Mr. Garrett's foot fell directly down from the open window above, and the European feet never moved at all. What did move was the scene of the crime itself.
good gracious!
AKA, the body and the book moved, but not the bouquet.
Perhaps you haven't been listening to the ample testimony the court has heard. But the witnesses both saw the moment of the attack took place.
That's right, I saw it with my own eyes.
It was 5 o'clock in the evening and already dark. There was the typical wanton fog on the ground. When you saw the incident unfold and ran to the victim's aid, that was actually on the west side of Briar Road.
No, that's not true. It can't have been.
Constable beat that arranged for you to be absent for a while by sending for you for help. And during the 15 minutes you were away, he transplanted the crime scene. He moved all the things shown in this print, the victim herself, and the 4 books. He moved everything, in fact, to the pavement on the east side of Briar Road.
Ordinary.
But the constable overlooked one thing.
What? What did he overlook?
The bouquet, I presume.
Exactly.
The prosecution told the court just a few minutes ago about the discovery of the rose bouquet. Lord Von Seek said it wasn't noticed until the morning, as it lay where the street lamps cast no light.
Yes, it couldn't be seen in the dark, obviously.
Which is why it was only the bouquet that was found in its original position on the pavement on the west side of Briar Road. And that is a defense's theory of what really happened that evening. How do you respond? Constable Rolly Beat.
Oh boy,
Oh,
what's
dear.
gonna happen?
Well, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to nod off again, but I haven't slept properly in a month. Did I miss anything important?
Oh, don't you bullshit.
Oh,
Bullshit.
Rolly.
Bullshit.
It isn't true, is it? What that lawyer said is all lies, isn't it? I know it is, because you're the most upstanding, righteous man I know.
I had
Wait.
a dream, a terrible dream. All the things since I did that night, everything come out, everything exposed. What?
Everything exposed.
Only it seems it wasn't a dream at all.
What? Good golly!
We got
Oh,
corrupt
dear.
cop in here, folks.
Order! 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 What on earth is the meaning of all this?
Oh, really? Why? Why would you do something like this? Moving a corpse is a criminal offense, isn't it?
Wishing the victim's dead should be one too.
No shit.
Constable, explain yourself. Why would you do this?
I'll take 2 number 9s.
Don't start, Jexo. Anyway,
As a respected member of Scotland Yard, your duty is to protect the good people of London Town.
I can't say so.
What?
I really am so ever so sorry about all this. For damaging the Yard's reputation for everything.
I have a possible explanation. He did it to protect his damn title. Why, on that particular evening, Constable Beat felt compelled to move the scene of the crime. I can think of one reason.
What? How could you possibly know? You, a foreigner, presumably to understand the mind of a Scotland Yard policeman?
And yet, Lord Van Zeeks, it is this foreigner who has uncovered the startling truth of the matter thus far.
Ooh, shot.
I believe it would be beneficial to the court to hear this extraordinary young lawyer's theory. Counsel for the defense, if you please.
Hey guys,
Yes?
My lord.
if you want a hint, I can give you one that's
let's
very vague.
figure it
No,
out ourselves,
I want to
but-
figure it. I want to figure this out.
Plus, we
Okay.
better save too.
Yeah.
Yes, my lord.
Wait a minute.
Now then, I think you'd better show us some evidence.
Figured it out. I figured it out.
Hold
I
on.
figured out the reason.
But yeah, it makes no difference where you come from. Human emotions are the same. And I think I have a really good idea of the feelings behind this man's actions.
What gives away the motive for Constable Beat's unthinkable actions?
Oh right,
Wait,
the
wait,
case.
wait.
Hold on, the case for.
The warrant
Hold,
card. It has to be the warrant card.
hold on.
It has to be the warrant card.
Fudge.
Not this.
Read the warrant card.
I was seeing if that was updated. That's all.
Read the warrant card.
Destroy piece. 20 miles. Any crimes fall under the jurisdiction of the beat in which they are discovered. When a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigations and help detectives.
That's the reason.
He didn't help anybody. He didn't tell anybody about the crime. He just told his wife to go find someone.
And then in that. So yeah, that's the reason. The warrant card.
Alright,
Hey,
hold on.
hey.
Yeah, I'm saving. Okay. Chill out.
Yeah, I know this is pretty intense, but let's try not to make this a bit more
Yeah.
stressful than it needs to be.
I'm pumped right now. Find this mystery.
Yeah,
I'm pumped.
not finding stressful for me because remember, I'm the one with the game. Okay, yep, I don't hear anything.
I realize that I'm a foreigner in this land, and I have only just arrived from Japan. Which is why all this information about London's so-called bobbies is completely new to me. I've learned that, though honorable, patrolling the beat is the most demanding work of the world, for example.
Keeping the peace, looking after the citizens on his beat in all kinds of ways. There's no doubt that the young Bobby is charged with a great deal to do each day, certainly.
But for Constable Beat, the day in question was special.
Special? How?
On account of this bouquet, my lord,
Oh, yes! It was our very first wedding anniversary!
Constable Beat had worked so hard to be able to afford this simple gift for his wife, and was looking forward to taking her out for a celebratory meal.
When he and Mrs. Beat stumbled upon the crime along Briar Road.
When oh, who is?
Let me see. It's Von Six.
Okay.
When he saw that shadowy figure through the fog collapse on the pavement ahead of them, what must have gone through that man's mind?
Okay, it's still Von Six. Alright. But sir, just on that one particular day, I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary. Miss B puts up with a lot being married to a hot bobby like me. I wanted to show my dear wife how much I care.
This is the warrant card that Constable B offered to let to me earlier. Inside, among the rules for patrolling policemen, it says, when a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigations and help detectives. Constable Beat? Is that, or is that not the reason why you moved the whole scene of the crime that day?
Yes.
Silence speaks volumes.
He said yes. Everything you said, it's all right.
So that's it. It was all to do with the boundary of your beat.
Oh,
Exactly. Summarize. The incident actually occurred on Constable Beat's beat.
Yeah, the beat. That's clearly not
Royal
the
yeah,
beat.
redundant or anything. Anyway,
Goodness gracious! Constable, do you realize the gravity of what you have done?
It was the first time since I became a copper that I'd ever cursed God. Stay close to me, Pat. The criminal could still be lurking somewhere. As we ran over to the scene, I had every intention of doing my duty as a police officer. Give me 1 second, I'm just checking. Okay, it's still rolling. Alright, just making sure. We've got to report this to the section as quickly as possible. But then it dawned on me. I realized where we were, where the victim was lying, and what that meant for me. When a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigations and help detectives. Why here? Why did this have to happen here? And why tonight of all nights? Why? It's a copper's job to guard the scene of the crime, so I told Pat she'd have to go to the nearest police box and fetch whoever was on duty there. It was then, when I opened my mouth to speak, it just came out. I couldn't believe the words that were coming out of my own mouth. This is the next beat to mine, Pat. So you'll have to go to the police box that covers it. Turn right onto Mearsham Street and then...
Ooh.
like I said, the silence speaks volumes.
I don't think we're done.
A policeman's job was never grateful those times. Harsh as
We're not
crime.
done. We're not done. Oh, he's crying! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
oh, Constable.
I just wanted just that one night to take my Patricia out for dinner.
Oh, Rolly.
Just that one night.
You knew that if the incident was on your beat, your evening of celebration would be ruined. And so you decided to move the entire crime scene outside your jurisdiction. Just across the street to the east pavement of Briar Road, which falls under the neighboring beat's care.
You see, I thought, well, I was sure the victim was dead, you see.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, of course he did. Otherwise, my Rolly would have never left the poor woman on the freezing cold pavement.
I see your meaning now.
Look, God got me back from my sins, didn't he? That's why I missed the rose I bought for Pat.
Oh no, Rolly, that was all my fault! I should have never dropped it in such a dark place. I'm so sorry, Rolly.
And can you tell us, Constable, how many books did you move from one side of the road to the other in total?
Oh, 4 it was, yes, sir. Definitely 4.
3 of them dropped by Mr. Natsume, and the 4th being the one that fell from the window upstairs in the Gyaradob household, of course.
What made you place that book in the victim's hand? And all the others were scattered casually around, I mean.
Oh, well, sir, that's because that's how I found it.
How you found it?
And this
What do you
leads to
mean?
my theory. The knife hits the window plane, goes down. She's looking at the book. She doesn't know the knife is right on her, and then done. When we first went over to the scene, the victim was already holding the book. So when I moved everything, I made sure it was still in her hand.
You're sure with this book, The Lion's Pride, that the victim was holding?
Oh yes, sir. No doubt about it, sir.
Interesting. Fourth book's information has been updated.
Yep. I thought it was an open and shut case at the time, you see. There were only the 2 people at the scene, and Pat and me both saw it happen. However, which way you look at it, it had to be the fellow who ran off who done it, I thought. I couldn't see the harm, really. I didn't think moving it at all over the road would make a jot of difference. I suppose this is it for me now. I've had it. Oh.
My lord.
Yes, Lord Van Zeeks?
I believe that concludes the cross-examination of the witnesses. Constable, you may withdraw.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Prosecutor, sir, what will become of my Rolly? What will happen to him?
For now, you are free to go home, but the police will contact you in due course.
Please, don't punish my husband. This was all my fault. It's because I'm always moaning at him for coming home late.
It's both your fault, so don't bother leaving on your sword.
Leave it now, Pat. Let's go home. I'm tired.
You're always tired.
All right then, my love.
One last thing, Constable.
Sir?
Let this be a lesson to you. In a criminal investigation, every detail matters, however insignificant it may seem to you.
Yes, sir.
Carve that lesson into your mind.
See, Von Six isn't a bad person. I think the whole Reaper of the Valley is just something that was put on him for some reason.
Yeah, I imagine we'll probably find out that reason.
And never again make the mistake of tampering with the scene of the crime.
Never again, sir. You mean to say...
Leave now. This trial is not yet over.
Sir! And they're gonna leave. That's it.
Well, with his 2 key eyewitnesses just thrown out the window, guess what does that mean for us in particular? More investigation.
Yeah, we need...
Quite a startling revelation, I must say. Who's ever thought of a third party transparent the entire scene of a crime like that?
Indeed, my lord. Nevertheless, there are some immutable facts, presumably.
Simply or something, I don't know.
Yeah. That the accused, Mr. Sasuke Natsume,
Are you
is the only person
kidding
who...
me?
Don't worry.
who have possibly committed this crime.
Don't worry. I don't believe it's him.
No, I disagree. Now that we know the true scene of the incident, there is someone else. Another person who could be responsible for the knife in the victim's back.
Forgive me for being presumptuous, but I believe the prosecution is probably well aware of this possibility already.
Lord Van Zeeks, is this true?
Very well. Name the person if you will, and if further investigation is warranted. The prosecution has no objection to the trial continuing.
I already know who it is.
You will name this other person who could have perpetrated the crime.
Her. Because remember...
Joanne Garadab.
Because remember, she was throwing a lot of things at this man right here. And how did the book get out the window? She must have thrown it so high, it went out the window and fell down. And then when, where's she? This young lady picks up the book. She doesn't realize the knife thrown at this woman is hit by the window pane and rushes down and lands on her back. So I believe it's Miss Garadab.
Be a little weirder if it wasn't.
The defense would once again like to request a cross-examination of a new witness, my lord.
Once again?
My assistant made the same request earlier. In order to finally reveal the truth about this case, it's imperative that we cross-examine juror number 4, Miss Joan Garrett.
Me? Me? Oh, dearie me!
Oh boy, not again.
That request has already been denied.
But the situation is very different now. Miss Garrett, answer me this.
What do you want now, you little toad?
A toad? We're clearly a frog.
At this time of the incident, you were engaged in a violent argument with your husband, Mr. John Garrett. In the course of the argument, a minor house fire was ignited. And to clear the smoke from the room, your husband opened a window and looked out over Briar Road.
Well, what of it?
You threw this book at your husband, and he was cornered with his back against the window. Upon striking the pane he opened on his basement window, the book plummeted directly down. Finding its way to what we now know to be the true scene of the incident.
Yes, and as I said, what of it?
During the argument, you were beside yourself with rage. As such, you threw not just books, but anything you could lay your hands on.
Uh-oh.
So, let me ask you one more time, Miss Garadab. This knife, the one removed from the victim's back, have you really never laid eyes on it before?
Oh! I don't recall it.
Seriously?
You are so pig-headed, lady!
Am I supposed to remember everything I picked up and threw at my husband? And anyway, the man over there in all that regalia said members of the jury really needed to testify, did he? Didn't he?
Conveniently, yes.
No. I have no recollection of saying that at all, juror number 4.
What?
Here we go.
Oh!
Make no mistake. You jurors are not special in any way. You are not immune to the judicial process. If you know something about this night, madam, let the truth come out.
But that's just a common or garden knife. It could have come from anywhere. We have several like that at home. If one went missing, how would you expect me to know?
What's that?
You're joking.
What are you saying, please, Mrs. Garadab?
Now you listen to me! I refuse to believe all this nonsense! I couldn't bear the thought that I'd injured someone. Do you hear? I couldn't bear it!
Oh, the
Oh yeah,
poor
I'm trying to
woman.
place a man of innocence
Oh, the poor
who
woman.
you just didn't like
So yes,
in jail.
I want evidence. I want to see hard evidence if you're going to insist on this being my fault. You're going to have to prove to me that I threw that knife if that's what you think. Come along now, chop chop, do your worst!
Oh, well.
Well, Mr. Naruhodo?
If you find evidence like that, believe me, I would have thrown it at her already.
No, the card!
Then take the stand, juror.
Oh! The card! Hold on. Do we have it? Do we have it? Do we have it?
Prosecution does
Hold
not-
on. Do we have it?
Oh,
Yes! This one!
I was missed.
Wait. Oh no,
Wait a
no, no,
minute.
not that
Wait a
one.
minute.
Not that
I
one.
was
No,
gonna-
no, no, not that one. Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? What happened to it?
You mean the love card?
Yes, the love card from the bookstore.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute.
Get that
Let
one,
me
yeah.
just continue on, please.
Guys,
We've never had it. We've never had it.
Shit!
guys, what we're about to do is a cross-examination of her. So, if there's any evidence we do have, we'll get to it when we get there.
Yes, I
Anyway,
remember
back
because
to Van Zeke's here.
yes, we did the elementary
Anyways.
thing and found out it was a card. The reason that Miss Garadeb started throwing things at Mr. Garadeb, and even one of them being a candle which started the fire, and the fire made Mr. Garadeb open the window, and then as he's by the window, she starts throwing things at him, and some of the things either land on the floor like a candle, or fucking the book and the knife falling out of the window. I still
Like I
believe
said,
that's it.
Anyways,
Oh.
let's do this cross-examination.
Anyways, the prosecution does not object to the defense's request to cross-examine this woman.
Thank you, Lord Vanty.
I'm going to have to testify?
Juror number 4. As I'm sure you will appreciate, having observed with your own eyes today, witness testimony can lead to the most extraordinary truths being unearthed.
That is true.
Truths of which the witness themselves may not even been aware of.
Oh, dearie me!
So I demand your full and unadulterated testimony, Mrs. Garadeb. And mark my words, in this court of law today, we shall exact the truth. Do you concur, counsels?
Certainly, my lord.
Oh, that's what I'm hoping for, my lord. Such a strange feeling. For the first time since arriving in this country, it actually feels real.
Yep. You're a lawyer, Naruhodo! I'm a what? A lawyer!
Navajo!
Real feeling.
Navajo!
Lawyer.
Oh, god damn it. Hey, we know you're dead. Just get out of here. Shoo. For now. Hey,
Anyway.
shoo. Get your red bandana. Shoo out the room. Shoo. Get out. Anyway, continue.
Anyways, witness, state your name and occupation.
Oh, yes. My name is Joan Garadem, and I'm a juror and such like.
It sounds like even she doesn't know if she's a house pet for me anymore. Can I ask something?
What?
I haven't eaten yet, so can I just go up and get dinner and come back down here?
I'll take over for you. No biggie.
Alright,
Anyway.
thanks.
All right.
The court has decided your testimony is required in order to clarify matters in this case. Do you understand, madam?
Yes, my lord.
You will tell the court everything that took place in your household on the evening in question. And I warn you, do not attempt to hide the truth.
Oh, dear me. Oh,
May I?
No, I know who this is. Alan, this is your character.
Alan?
Alan, it's him.
Chin up, Jody. No need to worry about now.
It's her husband. Oh, I didn't know you were here, John.
Well then. Also, now that we know the truth about him, it's weird not seeing him in profile.
Yeah, I know. And look at Joan's eyes. She's just like, oh my god, this is my husband.
Wasn't only
You
you.
sat beside her through matters for life and death, for greater or worse.
Yeah.
That's a husband.
Anyways, Alan.
Anyway.
Wasn't only you in the room that day, old thing, was it?
Rather think I ought to testify as well, don't you?
But what about your knee, dear?
Don't you worry about that.
Hardly notice it.
I'm not the sort of chap to leave a comrade to face disciplinary action alone.
Oh, John.
I presume you are Mr. John Garrett Abbott.
Yes, sir. Former second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment of the 4th Northumberland Fullisters, sir. Seen my fair share of action every now and then, living quiet life, as it were.
The quiet life. Were you not engaged in an incendiary battle with your spouse on the day in question?
Well, yes, quite.
I believe this man may represent a first in the proud history of the British court. Calling a juror to the witness stand is unprecedented. However, the court will hear your testimony now, juror number 4, and that of your husband. You recount clearly and concisely the events of your home at the time of the incident in question. Sir, at once!
Aww. Here we go. The Battle of Garden.
Yes, on the day you were referring to, the wife and I did have a bit of a skirmish. Can't recall the reason now.
I know what the reason is.
Knocked a candlestick over and set fire to the carpet. Soon had it out, though, and got the window open.
Meanwhile, I was picking up whatever I could find to throw at him.
Plenty of knives around our place. Can't say I'd notice if one or two went missing, I'm afraid. If that body thing in the victim's back really was one of ours, you'll have to do a job proving it, I think.
I'd be lucky that there's no way that they can find forensic evidence on the fingerprints or anything.
Nope, not yet. Not
I
yet.
guess what?
What?
There is no fingerprints yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, like I said, you better be lucky that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Anyway.
It sounds as though it was quite the battlefield in your household that evening.
Although, an entirely one-sided assault, it seems.
The enemy caught us on the hop, sir. Had no choice but to dig in and take defensive measures. To be honest, if the enemy had kept shelling us for another minute, we'd have been toast. Of course, a veteran such as myself is only too aware that on every battlefield, you're just a gnat's whisker from death at any moment.
All right. I forgot D-Money isn't back yet. All right.
I think I'll do.
No, I got it. I said I would.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Are we still talking about a martial quarrel here?
Marital.
Marital quarrel here. Anyway.
Well, I must say I'm dubious that this testimony will shed any light on the origins of this jackknife.
In combat, one's focus narrows such as surroundings are barely noticed. These witnesses may not be able to offer anything more than they have testified already. This may be a dead end.
Van Seeks may be well right.
Well, whatever the chances, we only have this last cross-examination to uncover the truth, Mr. Naruto.
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Very well, Consul. Begin your cross-examination.
Alright, let's see. First, I want to point this one out.
Alright, let's first start off with this one.
This one. Yeah, we know the reason. The reason is what you told us yesterday, I believe.
Yes, that's right. If I remember correctly, it all started because of a note that was tucked into the pages of a book belonging to Mr. Garrideb.
A rather passionate note, in fact. But Miss Garrideb found the note, discovering her husband's little secret.
And she gave him a mighty number of slaps across the face for it, too.
I'm back.
Alright, welcome back.
What a
What I missed?
sordid state of affairs.
What I missed?
We're
No,
starting
no,
we're
just
starting the
the witness
testimony on
testimony
the Garridebs, so.
I already said it, by the way.
Oh, okay, yep.
But when did he show up? When did he get here?
He was just here earlier.
No. When did he get here? I wasn't here for that.
He was here to help.
when his wife was called to stand.
Yeah.
Oh.
He literally just walked beside her and said, "I'll take the blows with you," kind of thing.
Yeah. Anyway.
I say, when a chap says he can't recall such things, it's common decency not to drag it all up. And besides, half of it was wide of the mark anyway.
Red sweat bullets.
A likely story.
These waters run very deep.
And what transpired next after these multiple blows to the face?
Alright, knocked a candlestick over and a fire was set. Well, we already know that. Meanwhile, I was picking up whatever I could find to throw at him, yep. Plenty of knives. Okay, you know what?
I mean,
Press.
Yeah, that stuff to me gets a little suspicious.
Yeah.
Sorry, would you care to elaborate?
Nothing to say, really. Rather partial to a spot of carving, you see. Pipes and whatnot, fishing tackle, you know the sort of thing.
It's a passion we both share. I like to carve little wooden trinkets too. And then there's my leather work.
Sorry to say, we're always losing knives around the place, and we have dozens of the things.
They sell them at the market sometimes. 20 for the price of 19. Needless to say, I snap them up. John prefers to use 2 knives at mealtimes too, instead of a knife and fork.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Anyway,
Whoa! That was in his fucking pipe!
Why are they being so evasive?
I imagine it's because they don't want to believe it. They can't bear the thought that it might have been one of their knives that injured the victim.
Entirely understandable, of course, but still.
Go on with your testimony, witnesses.
So,
Alright.
oh dear.
Alright, so... Not that one. You know what? I'm gonna press the other one. This one.
And the fire also spread the supply of the critical.
The bookcase, my armchair, anything of mine, really. Just so happens there was some bath water around that evening, so I sloshed that about to put it out. A most precarious situation you put yourself in. Ours is a 3-story townhouse on the west side of the street, where the water main isn't connected yet. Have to draw water from a public water pump during the day if you need any, you see.
Oh, I see. So they had to take baths the old-fashioned way until the water pipes were able to connect to their house. The laundries are always moaning that they can't get any water at night. Although that little mustache Japanese man buys water in bottles, I believe.
The defendant, Mr. Natsumi.
Yes, he receives a stipend for his studies, you know, from his home country. Can you imagine being able to brew a pot of tea at all hours? He's obviously very well off.
Did you ever see this man?
I believe
he's
he
in a
uses all of
constant
his
state
income to
doing
buy
a
books.
Crocker fairy godparents
Yeah.
moment.
Sees the man literally twitching in place. Just
Ugh.
vibrating, twitching.
Well, anyway, the point is, I was able to douse the fire with water, fortunately enough.
Okay. And then, meanwhile, I was picking up. Okay.
Ooh.
Even though the room is on fire.
As far as I was concerned at the time, it was more important to extinguish my anger than the flames. When a woman wants to throw, she must throw.
That is most certainly not true of a successful takedown, Mr. Naruhodo.
I'll just go.
Hey!
Read him like a book.
So
Just
please,
imagine
you have
this
to
he
buy back
slowly
the
turned to look at Sato.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Slowly.
Did you read your line? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did. Was a knife among the items that you threw at your husband that day? I'm sorry if my mouth sounds full. I'm eating.
You're fine. In all honesty, I don't recall, but I feel I must point out that I'm no monster. Let me see. Some bread, a cabbage, garlic, a towel, and a sponge, a napkin.
Oh, we got something.
Do you have something to add, sir?
He's spinning his pipe. Hold on, I want to see this. Hold on. Is he gonna do it?
He only did it once,
No, he's gotta do it
Probably do it in
again.
the next line of dialogue.
but he's looking at it.
Mr. Garrett.
Don't shoot! I'm sorry. I beg your pardon?
And had not a flashback.
No, I just love the pipes man. It's like, do.
Did your wife remark just now bring something to mind?
Nothing of any significance, no. Just that the barrage of projectiles the old thing launched in my direction. Old thing? Was something more solid than she implies. Books, bricks, and the fire poker, I seem to recall.
Ouch.
Ouch
Uh-oh.
indeed. And the woman's aim is uncanny. She left it on him and good grief, woman. We're not at home now. This is a court of law.
Oh, dearie me. Ever so sorry, dear.
What's she been doing with the teapot in here?
Hey.
How'd you get in it? Please, realist, or something incompetent.
Well, there's no
There's no contraband in this universe.
well, there's no other time for tea time. Tea time is always tea time. Like, every time is always tea time. Honestly,
dear.
John, I would have never thrown such things at you, obviously. Did. Hold on.
Well, take a look at this then. How do you suppose that happened?
Looking at his, broken pipe.
Just the pipe.
Your
Did.
pipe, sir? Had this thing in high hand, as usual, the time of the onslaught. Knocked it clean out with one of her soft projectiles she did. Yes. And when I went to pick the thing up, it was broken in two. I'd like to see a sponge do that sort of damage. And SpongeBob's on a rampage!
I don't.
Your pipe was broken.
Never have been sent flying unless it was hit by something pretty solid.
Nom.
Anyway, I've managed to bandage the thing up for now.
Oh, you are one to exaggerate, aren't you, dear? Did. I had to.
I wonder what should make this.
It could be important.
Yeah.
It's
very.
definitely important.
The defense police, Mr. Garrett's remarks just now add to be of great significance. Excuse me.
The war veteran's words only tell us one thing. Betray a fiery wife and pipes, as well as hearts, may be broken. Sentimental wisdom, perhaps, but hardly worthy of adding it to the formal testimony.
Okay,
Indeed. Common sense, one might say.
I'll be right back. I gotta bring my dish upstairs.
Might one.
In that case, would you at least permit us to examine the pipe, sir?
Well, I don't see why not.
Oh, dearie me, there you go again, trying to ingratiate yourself with a young lady.
Very well. The court will accept the gentleman's pipe as evidence.
Okay, the pipe. All right. And we are going to court record and looking at this. Oh, wait. Whoa, wait, hold
There's a
on.
great big chip at the other end of the pipe.
There is. Hold on. Give me a second.
What happened?
I don't think there's anything inside the pipe, actually.
Hold on.
It's so nicked out the bowl here. Look, here's been made relatively recently.
And see how there are little scrapes and dents all over it? It's clearly a well-loved pipe.
Yes, you're right. Here's me recently that this being well loved goes hand in hand with getting some battle stocks. Particular nick is catching my eye, though. It's really new. Wait a minute.
There's
Not the bandage.
probably
I know,
something
hold on.
inside.
Oh, whoa!
Knife tip! It's the knife tip!
Holy shit!
Also, my
Wait a
question
minute.
is, how the heck are you able to smoke the pipe with a huge knife tip sticking through it?
You're forgetting that it is a pipe.
It just gets clogged and smoke comes out his nose.
What?
Like, I'm just saying, don't you have to,
I'm
like,
okay.
load
I'm
in
okay.
tobacco
I'm
through
okay.
the pipe bowl?
Yeah.
Like, how do you do that without noticing the knife tip?
That's where the fucker was! I thought it was in that woman's jacket!
Bella, you good?
I think this revelation is she's taking this revelation well.
I think she just woke up every single person in her neighborhood.
Quick, someone get a fly swatter. Tonight.
No, because that Sylviana is literally genuinely in place. Don't touch it.
Here, I'll give her something to calm her down.
Thank you.
She was
Oh.
going for that dance round, isn't it? For some reason, it feels silly. Like he's trying to shout a warning. All because of the same blue Mr. Garrett dressing gown.
I suppose it might have considerable sentimental value to Mr. Garrideb, given that he's gone to the trouble of repairing it like this.
Either that, or he can't afford to replace it.
Now we examine this little shit.
Oh, something just crinkled the direction in his pipe.
Yes, I saw it. Something stuck in there, I think.
Mr. Over, give it a shake. What's this?
It's a tiny fragment of metal. It looks like the tip of a blade or something.
Wait, really could it be?
Fragment of metal.
We just found the crucial clue to this case.
Yep.
We just got a
All
big
right.
clue. We just got a big clue. We just got a big clue.
Alright.
I hope I didn't speak out of turn, Mr.
Exhibit a piece of
Naruto.
metal we found, though.
I was just feeling rather disappointed for you that your request was turned down.
Alright, hold on. Can I? Yes, I can. Hold on, let me see.
I'm
Can
gonna
I?
do that from now on. Whenever we get a big clue, I'm just gonna do that.
Alright, let's see.
What?
It's a tiny piece of metal we found in the chamber. Hey,
It looks like the tip of a blade or something.
wait.
Oh, this is a repeat, I think. Oh, wait, never mind.
Is something wrong, Mr. Naruto?
Don't really know. There's something, can I say
Bothering
that
me.
word?
Bothering me. Just
It's
say
messed
bothering.
up.
Something bothering me. I can't click with my finger on what it is.
I know,
You don't want
but
to take any chances
Yeah.
with the Twitch stream thing.
yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Perhaps in that
I guess
case,
we
it would
might
be
wanna
wise
learn
to
that
examine some of the other pieces of evidence again.
Yes, because if I'm
anyways,
We
correct,
examine the knife, I guess.
if I'm correct.
Yep.
Oh, look here, Mr. Naruto, just at the tip.
We
A small piece of the blade appears to be missing.
Wait, part of it is missing. I could be wrong, but I've just got a feeling. Remember this?
Ah, that's the tiny fragment of metal we found inside Mr. Garrideb's pipe.
Yes, and just maybe.
Oh my, it's a perfect fit!
Somehow, I just knew it.
Yep, we got it.
There we go.
Anyways, let's keep.
Oh no, it's fine. Things is not the time we have to look at this work. Examine it carefully.
Well, thank you for that, rebuttal, Mr. Caradeb. Now, if we can return to the crux of the matter.
Or its crew or
What
crooks.
can you tell the court about the knife used to attack the victim?
Okay, we got what we needed. This one. I am going to present. I am going to present. Either I'm gonna do the small piece first.
Yeah, like I said,
Oh fuck! Hold on. Hold on. Fuck. Oh, wait. Oh, we never did that one before, did we? Okay,
No,
let's just
we
read it.
didn't.
Alright.
We have no intention of making this gear knife unless we can produce proof. Also, are we going to ignore the fact that Bella turned into a crow a minute ago?
I fucking went nuts.
Yeah, she was going completely insane.
Even though there is no credible possibility of it's not innocent. Shut up.
You forget, my Nipponese friend. That is yet to be established that the accused is not responsible for the attack.
As if I could forget.
Perhaps you're thinking of fingerprinting,
might
Mr.
be it.
Naruhodo.
You mean not a dream? So wizardry really exists?
Wait, what?
Oh, whenever people touch anything, they leave behind a unique pattern from their skin, or so they say.
I can't see anything.
Therefore,
Oh.
there are already countries in the world that these
Well, it does exist.
called fingerprints can be used as evidence. Lord Strongheart is currently discussing the matter at
Oh.
the Ministry of Justice.
It just hasn't been done in Britain yet.
Yes, I believe we are rapidly approaching an era of scientific methods of investigation.
But for now, we shall have to find an alternative method to prove our assertion that this knife found in the victim's bag was originally Mr. and Mrs. Garadev's house.
Or at the house.
I could transplant this whole instance several years in the future, or to the United
Okay,
States.
so. Oh, here we go.
That's the extent of their testimony, is it?
What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, I think we've heard all this before, to be honest. I can't say I'm particularly confident that we'll be able to prove anything new for them.
But in this cross-examination, it's absolutely essential that we establish how this knife came to be at the scene of the incident.
Yes, I know.
I'm sure both of them must be feeling very worried that this was in fact a knife belonging to one of them that caused the victim's injury. If we... Oh, sorry.
We could find a tiny shred of evidence to support that theory. It would split no trifles. It would explain everything.
Yes, it would.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. I forgot. I'm an idiot.
Wait. Yeah, yeah.
I forgot I could reload this back
Yeah,
here.
don't do that. Yeah.
I forgot.
Okay, so-
Now.
Right. Now present the knife tip here.
Yep.
Here we go. It worked!
Yep, I knew it.
Mr. Garadeb, could I ask you to take a good look at this, please?
Uh-oh.
You can ask, but I can't see a bloody thing.
You can't?
Used to call me Dead-Eye Deb back in the regiment, of course. But that was some time ago now. Even when I'm trying to enjoy a large print book by the fire these days, I struggle to tell a B from a D and a P from a Q, to be honest.
Oh, he does. Dearie me, it's rather wearing being next about every other letter and every other word.
You must be very dozy.
Oh my god.
Oh, criminy.
Hey
What
guys.
is that? A tiny scrap of metal?
Hey guys. I'm
Yes.
gonna have to step out for a bit. I'll be right back.
No, you're good.
Yes. Almost certainly from the tip of a blade.
I'll take over for White Blade's rules. Whatever, if he
And
does.
what may appear to be a perfect scrap is in fact a crucial piece of evidence.
Interesting.
I like how he's not arguing with us anymore.
And where did this defense come by this evidence?
It was lodged in the chamber of Mr. Garredev's pipe.
My pipe, you say? By Jove, I wonder how that got there. And what precisely does this fragment of metal signify, Counsel? Are you suggesting that it is in some way related to the matter of the stabbing on Briar Road?
I am.
What?
When put together with another piece of evidence already in the court record, I believe this tiny fragment of metal will unravel the whole truth of this case, my lord.
Oh, she needs a box.
Present the knife.
Oh, she needed a box.
You appear rather confident in extraordinary statements, Counsel. Very well, then. Present the pertinent evidence to the court.
And this would be the
What
blade.
evidence, when paired with this fragment of metal, allegedly reveals the truth of this entire case?
This one, the jackknife. Oh,
I think you pushed the wrong button.
did I?
You've already examined the significance.
Hold on. Oh, shit. Okay. I thought I pressed the right one. Don't worry about this. I'm skipping this so we can get to the bottom of this. Alright. Z. Oh, it was R. Excuse me. I did press the wrong button. Thank you.
It's the knife that was found in the victim's back. If you look closely, you will see that there's a small piece at the tip of the blade that is missing.
A common issue with the inferior braids sold at unsavory street markets. Criminals use them regularly to leave the tips lodged in their victim's bow.
And what of this particular knife?
No doubt its tip has suffered a similar fate. It now languished somewhere near the spine of the victim.
No, that's not the case. The tip of this particular knife's blade is the very fragment of metal we discovered in the chamber of Mr. Garredev's pipe.
Oh! Whoa!
Grief! Lord Van Zeeks?
This is like, oh, my tender heart!
Either that or all the alcohol must be getting to him now.
Oh, God.
I don't believe it! The knife from the crime scene and this fragment of metal are a perfect match!
Yes.
Good. Oh, golly gosh!
His butt's on fire!
Man, I'm really going ham with this, aren't I?
Yes,
I love it.
Anyway,
Is this some sort of Eastern sorcery?
Did you notice? I didn't realize this. While I was looking at Joanne, who was sitting on the box, John's ass is literally showing through the robe. The robe was burned.
what?
Literally. Yeah, liar, liar, pants on fire. Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
You'll have to see the
Anyways.
next time.
This is no magic, my lord. This is a miracle.
A miracle?
Ben thinks he's figured it out, has he?
Counsel, explain this extraordinary coincidence at once!
Yes, my lord. The crucial point we have to ask ourselves is when did the fragment of metal find its way inside Mr. Garredev's pipe?
Something that was clarified for us in the most recent witness testimony.
I had this thing in my hand as usual at the time of the onslaught. Knocked it clean out with one of her soft projectiles she did, yes.
It was the knife that knocked it out.
Well, I've never did that sent flying unless it was hit by something pretty solid.
Oh, Joan.
Is there an earthquake in here?
Oh, dearie.
Oh,
I think.
dearie me.
Yep. Oh, wait.
Please apologize for
Yeah.
me using your catchphrase there.
Yeah. I think that was you.
During the argument between these two that occurred just as the victim was on the pavement below, Miss Garredev flung this knife at her husband. However, The knife missed Mr. Garadeb, instead striking the pipe in his hand at the same time.
And then,
Which caused the tip to break off, of course.
when that chipped out, it flew to the window and dropped down.
Good Lord!
Yes, and that is when the tiny tip of the blade found its way inside Mr. Garadeb's pipe.
The chances of that are a million to one.
And yet there's no other credible explanation for how the tip of the blade ended up in your pipe. Then, after losing its tip, the knife ricocheted off the pipe and flew out of the open window. In short, this knife, which fell from the window of the Garadeb's house, is the very same knife that struck the victim in the middle of the back on the street below.
Oh gosh, oh dear, oh no! See, there it
I
is.
see it. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
What?
Dude, are you fucking me in the ass?
And he has more alcohol. Where do you keep getting this wine? Where do you keep getting these cups? Why would you even... Oh.
A full-bodied theory, I'll give you that.
Now, what?
A complex bouquet of seemingly trivial points.
Thank you, Grin.
They arranged to create a almost passable vintage. Allow me to toast my learned friend's characteristically his approach to bottling his argument.
Sorry?
But after all, it's just a theory. The bottle because you see,
What excuse are you coming up with this time?
it's spoiled by an instrumental inconsistency.
Oh, my favorite song. I love Trial in Disorder, one of my favorite songs.
Anyways,
An insurmountable...
Lord Van Steeks, explain yourself. What is this inconsistency you claim to have identified?
an inconsistency of the simplest nature, my lord. The victim was found with the knife planted in the middle of her back.
Yes, it hurt.
Whoa!
Not again!
That's right, you silly little man!
Now, Jonathan, what are you getting so excited about?
Let us consider the basic facts of the case once more. The victim was walking along the pavement before being stabbed in the back and falling to the ground. If the knife that struck her had fallen from above, there is no possible way it could have implanted itself into the victim's back.
Ah.
Criminy.
But wait a minute.
What? What?
Quite right, you see! That's exactly right! If the knife had fallen on her from above, it would have struck her on top of her head!
Well,
He's lost for words, look! I knew it, and I would like to stare in the first instance. I don't know, though, what really did happen.
It would appear the defense has made a rather spectacular blunder.
Anyways, anyways, there we go. If a theory has even one inconsistency, it cannot stand. Your theory, my learned friend, is history.
No! Remember what I said about my theory? When the book fell out of the window, she picked it up to see what it was. She could not hear the knife fall down and stab her in the back. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I didn't read.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go.
It was so close. I could see the truth. I was so sure we were on the right track. But now the way has been blocked completely by just one simple inconsistency.
Hold on.
It's me. It's still me.
Oh, it's me. Or in other words, we simply need to eliminate that one inconsistency, and the theory will stand!
Mr. Tonto.
You mustn't worry, Mr. Naruhodo. You were just caught off guard, that's all, and your mind went blank. But if the path you were on is indeed correct, then a way will present itself. The key to this is in the court record, I'm sure. All the information you need is there.
And we're gonna do that right now, so let's see. It's my armband! No, I'm joking. Let's see.
Wait a minute. It has
The
to be
book!
The autopsy report.
No, the book!
Yeah. Court record was
The payment was found inside the border, which no. That's not the case file.
Wait, hold on, let me see. A stab wound to the back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she said the court record, not the case file.
Wait, what?
She said the court record, not the case file. They said, the text, everything everyone said up until now.
No, I know. Wait, D-Money, what were you trying to say?
Saying no wounds to other wounds other than the knife in the back.
Yep.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's keep going.
I feel like it's the book. Why?
Yeah, I mean,
because the book was in her hand. Oh, wait, no, wait. Wait. Hold on. I just realized I could say that the book fell down and she could have looked at it, but I'm missing something, so probably not yet. Let me get more detail.
Well, like I said, court record. Let's just keep going.
All right.
It seems you have nothing to say, my Nipponese friend. Well, your silence speaks volume.
Hey, that's my line.
My tactic, the sentence that your theory has fatally flawed.
Oh?
Here we
Wait.
go.
Wait.
This inconsistency doesn't mean I was on the wrong track. It means that I need to sharpen my mind and dig deeper for the truth. It's a test. Yes! If the knife fell on the victim from above, there's no way that it could have hit her in the middle of her back. Under normal circumstances, that is.
What are you implying?
Also?
There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can explain this inconsistency.
The
That
book.
can explain how the knife that fell from above could have pierced the victim's back.
I believe it's the book.
We already have the answer.
Goodness!
Utter madness! Surely this must be the last time. Counsel, present the evidence of which you speak.
All right.
This is the last inconsistency, final piece in the puzzle. If I successfully make sense of this, the truth will be laid bare at last.
Okay.
The evidence that explains how the falling knife became lodged in the victim's back is...
It is the book. It is the book. Let me just save.
Mm-hmm.
My watch is telling me to
Everything
stand.
is
I'm telling it the... My watch is telling me to stand. I'm telling it to fuck off.
All right, here we go. Oh, fuck. Wrong button. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
There we go.
This, the fourth book found at the scene. This is the final piece of evidence that the defense will present.
The burnt book?
Is that not Mr. Garadab's book?
Yes, and to understand its significance, we have to consider how it came to be at the scene in the first place. This photographic print clearly shows the book in question, and the victim holding it in her hand.
But as we all know, it was the police constable that put the book between her fingers like that.
Quite so, as part of his wholesale transplanting of the crime scene to the opposite end of the road.
That's true. However, as part of his testimony, Constable Beat made an extremely enlightening statement on that point. But what made you place the book in the victim's hand?
Oh, well, sir. That's because that's how I found it, sir. When we first ran over to the scene, the victim was already holding the book. So, when I moved everything, I'll make sure it was still in her hand.
In other words, the victim had already picked up the book by her own volition. And clearly, that must have been before she suffered the knife wound.
Well, I should say so. After being attacked with a knife, I don't imagine she'd have been much doing of anything.
So the question becomes, why did the victim have that book in her hand?
By Jingo! I think I'm beginning to see what might have happened now.
Oh, dearie me.
We know that the book fell from the top floor of the Geradev household onto the pavement below. At precisely the moment that the victim was walking past.
Yes, at exactly that moment, the young woman was walking along the street in the light fog. And all of a sudden, a book fell right in front of her.
The book I threw!
Yes, Miss Geradev, and what do you think the woman did? What would you do if you were walking along and suddenly a book landed right in front of you on the pavement?
Well, I really can't imagine it, but I suppose she might have reached down. Yep. And picked the book up.
Yes! That is exactly what the woman in fact did. She picked up the book.
Oh heavens!
Busted!
And when the woman reached down and picked the fallen book up, what position do you think her back would have been in?
Right side up.
That's right, facing the sky, completely and utterly defenseless. Then, in the very next moment, while the woman was still bent over picking up the book,
Done.
the next object fell from the room above, the jackknife straight into the middle of her back.
There it is.
And at the same time, walking by chance directly behind Miss Green, was the defendant, Mr. Soseki Natsume.
Well, I never.
It appeared to Mr. Natsume that the woman simply collapsed on the floor. In the dark, in the fog, he didn't see the knife falling on her from above.
Oh!
And from the other direction, the constable and his wife saw no one but the victim and her apparent attacker.
So there never was a real culprit to run from the scene of the crime in the first place.
No, this was nothing more than a series of unlikely events that culminated in an unfortunate accident. And that is the real truth behind the case. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Geradev?
The very first time you showed me that knife, I had my suspicions. I wondered if perhaps it might have been something like that.
There, old bean.
Poor Miss Geradev.
Of course, I never meant for anything of the sort to happen, but it was all my fault, wasn't it? Oh, sorry. I take full responsibility. I let my anger get the better of me. I threw that book, and I threw the knife as well. John, dear.
It's all right. I know.
Aw, I'm ever so sorry. Hug, bitches. Truly, I'm sorry. Oh.
And she faded again.
No! Carried by his... Oh, he's trying to lift her.
What happened last time?
He's trying to lift her up. Oh,
And
down he goes.
Well, it's a thought that counts at least.
Someone get a crane.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, come on, she's not that heavy.
Lord Van Zeeks, what news of Mrs. Carradine?
She's been taken to the infirmary. It would appear that today's events had left her in an especially flustered state. However, I believe she will recover in due course. There is no
Yes, they do.
cause for concern.
Yes, they do, Jax.
Yes, unbeknownst to themselves, they caused what could easily have been a terrible tragedy. They shall have to prepare themselves for the consequences of their actions.
There is some good news, however, my lord.
Huh?
I've just had word from the hospital where the victim is being treated.
What happened to Mrs. Green?
Her condition is improving steadily, and the doctor believes she will regain
Yes!
consciousness soon.
She's okay!
That's good news.
Strange. You can tell me about the victim all the time, but you've never once met her.
How wonderful! The woman is out of danger, it seems.
Yes, it is good news.
So, Mr. Soseki Natsume.
Oh, hi!
So who is this guy?
Here we are. It's been a while.
What? Who said... Wait, who... Hold on. Who said who's this guy? Everybody remembers Mr. Soseki Natsume. What on earth have you...
No, wait. No,
That's
who's
Soseki.
voicing this guy?
It's
I am.
Alan. It's Alan.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yes. On behalf of my fellow countrymen, I would like to take this opportunity to beg your pardon, sir. You came from your distant eastern homeland to study our great British culture, and have been repaid with immeasurable unkindness. Please accept our heartfelt apologies.
no. It is me who should be begging for your pardon.
Oh no, these are not Sway.
That evening, when the young woman just collapsed on the pavement before my eyes, I jumped to the wrong conclusion again, in my confusion.
What conclusion, sir?
I was sure that the woman was dead.
Yes, Constable Beats said the same thing, didn't he? He thought she had been killed, too.
I suppose she must have looked completely lifeless.
Yeah. And nobody blames anyone for that.
It's been about a year since I've arrived in Great Britain now, but I still can't get used to life here. I can't relax. I'm sure there are evil spirits lurking in the fog, like they're haunting me.
His imagination really has got the better of him.
Yes, poor man.
So when it happened, I thought the young woman had been taken by the fog spirits. I should never have dropped my books like that and run away. I should have gone for help, for a doctor, for the police. Instead, I've had to create a rift of the relationship of trust between our two empires. And for that, I'm truly sorry.
Aww.
Oh, Mr. Gurdeff's taking his wife's place at the stand.
Oh.
One could indeed say that some sort of mischievous spirit has been at work here, I think. One that created a chain of unfortunate mishaps. We were befooled by this spirit and led to false conclusions. Well, thanks to Lord Van Zeeks and our young lawyer here from the east, that chain has now been broken, and the spirit exorcised. I heartily commend you both.
Oh!
Now then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Yes, my lord. In concluding this trial, I must once last time for your decisions regarding the defendant's culpability. Are you ready to present your findings to the court? As the foreman of this jury, I can assure you we've reached a fair and just conclusion.
I do declare the truth can be extremely cruel at times.
Well, I didn't suspect the woman next to me, that's for sure.
Sitting in for the old bee while she's out of action, you know. But I know what her decision would be.
Does this mean I'm afraid to be able to get out of here at work? But it's about time.
I say, I'll have a corker of a story to tell the grandchildren when I get home, won't I?
Very well, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I hereby demand your final decisions. Mr. Foreman.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Here we go.
Justice prevail!
Yes. And down it goes.
Yes.
We did it. We did it. We did it. Hey.
Very well, Mr. Soseki Natsume. I hereby pronounce you...
You.
Drum roll,
I booped the judge's nose. Anyway, not guilty! Woo!
We did it. Yes, the victory well earned this time.
I mean, we may have a few mishaps, but...
And finally, Mr. Natsume.
Oh, yes, Lord Sir.
You are now a free man once more. It is my hope that you will continue to further your education in British culture. And may you never again be brought before me.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, of course. All my life, I swear I'll never set foot in a courtroom again. Very good parents! Or I mean, transported to tears!
Aww.
Sorry, I had to do that at least
You're
once
fine.
during this playthrough.
You're fine.
Anyway, thank you, counsels. Court is adjourned.
Alright, we're gonna finish this up and then we'll end it for the night and then we'll start the new case at some point.
The final case.
When did this start?
That's a good question. Probably 12. I would assume like noon or 10 a.m.
You've been here since noon.
Something. Alright, anyways.
Chum. Oh, locum.
Wait, you mean me?
Oh, is there another locum here?
Is there even one?
Compared to the original locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, your name has become rather short, hasn't it?
What's wrong with using my actual name?
Oh,
Sorry.
Oh, I'm free! I'm free! Joyful, joyous, jubilant, jubilation! Happiness, hurrah!
oh, I am pleased. Mr. Natsume is delighted.
Would it be so hard to say that then?
I mean, it doesn't have as much alliteration, so...
Emotionless,
Yeah.
where you could tell they're like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah.
Locum, you did it! You saved me from the brink!
Well, what happened to the poor woman was in no way your fault after all. I'm just glad everyone can see that now.
No, not that! Lovely, loyal, locum, lawyer!
Yes?
I mean, as I said before, I just never got used to life here in Great Britain. Every time I look over my shoulder, I see foreigners. I see towering brick buildings. And from high up windows, I see them looking down on me, laughing. Look at the little hunchback.
Sorry, I had to check something.
Oh dear, I'm sure it's all in your head, Mr. Natsume.
But today, you, locum lawyer, gave my gloom the boots.
And he's dabbing again.
You stood firm behind that baronial bench before all those babbling British. You battled to the bitter end, laying bare the baffling truth.
And when I beheld the blinding fireworks among the beams of the bailey's roof. Wait, the fireworks were diegetic?
I don't know.
It's kind of weird. Anyway, I beheld. Behold, the best barrister ever born!
Well, that's very flattering, and we're very pleased for you.
This has given me a wonderful anecdote to recount to my old friends back in Japan.
Okay, sorry.
And anecdote? Is that what's become of all my hard work? Oh, come on, man. You'll be something.
Wait,
said?
there you are, my dear there you are, my dear. There you are, my dear fellows. I apologize for keeping you waiting. I rose late this morning.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, what a pleasure to see you.
I see I am here not a moment too soon. A disaster has been averted, I'm glad to say.
Oh.
The trial shall begin presentingly, Mr. Naruto, and I wish you the very best of luck.
It's just finished.
What? No! Then my haste was in vain?
It's you! Look! Sharps!
Oh, have we met, sir?
This is Mr. Natsume, the man you had arrested, Mr. Sholmes?
I see. I failed to recognize you at first. Our previous encounters have taken place in the gloom, either of your bleak lodgings or that prison cell. I simply couldn't place that curious face in the light.
Charming.
Indeed. This is all your fault. You're the reason I had to go through this terrible ordeal. I'm going to get you a piece of my mind.
My apologies, sir, but I have assured you I have placed you now. You're the fellow who abandoned that poor young lady and ran off, are you not? Sorry, I'm just doing something. Had she been taken to the hospital more urgently, I feel perhaps she would have regained consciousness by now.
Oh.
But it was unavoidable, I'm sure. We are but human after all. Anyone would have been shaken by such an experience.
I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me.
Give me
Alan, did we just hear a brain cell?
Apparently so. I do feel very badly about how I behaved.
Well, never mind. Now, what was it that you wanted to say to me, sir?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Priceless! Oh, I am sorry, really, but that was quite priceless.
What's Seki's son?
You're telling me.
Give me a second. Still, on the bright side, you've had an extremely entertaining experience without paying a penny. And it would seem you were not even found guilty.
But there is no bright side.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Natsume?
Even after this, I'm still cursed by the spirits and by the Reaper!
Oh, dear.
Lord Van Fleeks.
I haven't forgotten, you know, what facing that man in God means! Even if you're found not guilty, you're still
Oh, hold on, let me see. Okay. Just want to make sure. It will be all right, Mr. Natsume. If the Reaper appears trying to make trouble, I will protect you. Hiya!
Oh, for the... Oh, my God!
With a perfectly executed Susato
Alright, what did
takedown.
I miss?
Takedown.
What did I miss?
You just missed Herlock Sholmes being voiced, and we finished the case.
Aww.
Because I like being turned on my head, a bit of warning might be nice next time, Mrs. Otto.
Well, hold on. There's probably more conversation. Hold on. Is there more conversation? I think there is. I think there is.
So, Mr. Natsume, what do you intend to do now? You mentioned something about recounting your experiences to your friends back in Japan?
Yes, I intend to return to my homeland soon.
Oh!
It has already been a year since I arrived here in Great Britain. I've visited universities, libraries, bookshops. I've been honored with the tutelage of professors. I've learned so much about the wealth of literature here, and the city has shaped. And I've come to realize that it is my calling to sail home and tell my fellow countrymen about it.
Also about
That's
the racism
very
thing,
touching,
especially
Mr.
that
Natsume.
bitch in the corner
Oh, here
there.
you go. Here you go.
Or perhaps in perhaps less vile term, you wish to withdraw halfway around the world to escape the terror of the Reaper's curse?
That's not it at all! The more I learn of literature, the more this strange feeling claws at my insides. I feel compelled to return to my roots and attempt to pen a work of my own.
Oh, I see. Work of literature by Saseki-san. Could be an interesting read.
And what about Misato and yourself, Nadaro?
Sorry? What about us?
Will you return to Japan along your mustached compatriot?
Why would we?
A week has not yet passed since we arrived in London. And now only does it feel as though we finally found our feet.
And you are accustomed to the hotel at present, are you not?
That's right. We need to find lodgings before it bankrupts us.
I've calculated we can only afford another 10 nights before our entire budget is exhausted.
Well then, you can take my lodgings.
Oh, with the window look through?
But what it lacks in windows, it more than makes up for with a floor, a ceiling, and walls.
Great.
And of course, I'd be happy to leave behind the accursed evil spirit.
Oh my, an evil spirit?
Oh yes, it tries to suffocate you while you sleep. It's an infallible wake-up call.
Oh.
We'll think about it, if that's alright.
Perhaps I could offer you a more welcome alternative. Would you consider taking lodgings with me?
Really?
Well, vacancy has consistently presented itself. Though it is up to the attic, I might add.
Are you sure it isn't just a storage loft?
I spoke with the landlady this very morning on the matter of the price, and Iris is cleaning the room as we speak. You must come at once. I presume you have no lodging to speak of.
Oh, this is simply wonderful! What an honor to be invited to take lodgings in the great detective's office! Attic! I'm too overcome for words.
Suggesting we look elsewhere is out then.
And it's settled. Iris will prepare a welcome dinner this evening. And you must come too, Mr. Natsume, I insist.
I don't know what to say. But thank you. And yes!
Wonderful! Then I'll go and complete the paperwork for your formal release, Mr. Natsume. It shan't take long.
Somebody's happy.
Well, she's got a pretty good reason to be.
Yeah.
Our first real earned victory over someone who's actually not guilty.
Oh, don't fucking remind me of Mr. McGilded. I want nothing to do with that man right now.
He's dead.
Well, don't worry.
I know.
He's currently burned up in his carriage, and now he's burning in hell.
Yeah.
Anyway. Locum, I knew you wouldn't let me down. I'm truly delighted to have met you here in London.
Likewise, it has been a privilege meeting you too. It's a shame that we're going to say goodbye so soon.
Well, I've come to realize that I belong in Japan. But Locum, we will meet again one day.
Yes, I'm sure. And hopefully by then, I'll be a successful lawyer.
Hopefully by then, I'll be a successful author.
We married each other, don't we?
Well, my dear fellow, our carriage appears to have arrived. Shall we go, and Mr. Nato?
Yes, Mr. Sholmes.
I have little doubt that Natsume will be released in time for dinner this evening.
And so, Mr. Seki's-san's innocence successfully established. We rode with Mr. Schultz and let us from our new home, 22 1B Baker Street.
Yay! But wait! Is there more? Oh, there's more. Ooh. Oh, it's the attic!
441.
This is going to be our room.
No, the attic!
This is going to be our room.
I don't have an attic.
Oh, jeez.
It's nice and roomy.
Yeah.
So this.
What the fuck was that? I just heard like or something like that.
Is to be our new office. Yes.
Our office? I really like the sound of that.
Me too. It's simply wonderful, isn't it?
Hope you can see this, Cosmo. It's only a small step. But I'd like to think we're getting a little closer to your dream now.
Damn, this bitch is dusty. So, my dear fellows, do you like the place?
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa there! Mr. Sholmes, thank you so much.
It's a delightful room, Mr. Sholmes. I simply adore it.
Good, I'm pleased to hear it. Iris and I are delighted to welcome you.
I hope everyone's hungry. It's nearly time for dinner. We'll eat as soon as Mr. Natsume arrives. We have a lot to celebrate. Iris, you must let me help you. All right then, Susie. You can be in charge of the salad. Splendid.
So, Mr. Nataro, how does it feel to have your own office in the capital?
It's very exciting, actually. I can't help wondering what adventures await us.
Those were precisely my sentiments when I first established my office at these premises. Until I discover a dark truth about the city of London, that is.
What?
Oh, sorry?
London is a glorious place, full of wonder and opportunity, prosperity and mirth. But the brightest of the lights shall cast the darkest of shadows.
What do you mean? I don't see a hedgehog around here.
God damn it.
I believe you are aware of the mistake or murkiness that lies beneath London's facade already. Just like an edgy hedgehog that wants Latina girls.
God damn it.
Just stop!
God damn it, stop it. Anyway.
So once again, Mr. Nataro. Welcome to London.
Well, that's not for
I hate that voice. Oh my god.
I hope I said that off with a creepy eye.
This might be Naruhodo. Go on, Hin.
Yeah, he's narrating, of course. Time. I have no idea the significance of those words Mr. Sholmes casually spoke. But it wasn't long before my turn came to lift the facade to see the true depth of the murk that lay behind it.
And with that, everybody,
Wait,
the end! Wonderful, wonderful.
Bravo!
This episode. Tune in for the final episode of this.
We're not doing a preview of the final episode. I'm not doing that right now. I don't want to leave you guys on a
Glad we were
cliffhanger.
able to
We'll
put
do
this
the next
case
time
to
when we
rest.
do the final episode.
Yeah,
Tomorrow,
next time.
Wednesday.
Yeah, of course. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us for this wonderful stream. We've been streaming for almost 3.5 hours, and I'm going to make sure everybody here gets some relaxation time, some drinks, some water, some food, something, yada, yada, yada. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining again. Hopefully there will be another stream soon. Not sure, but... Jax, you have an idea of someone we can raid. Okay. Well, actually, you know what? Let's see if there is anybody we can raid tonight. We might as well, and I'm not gonna play
Yes,
music.
I have a suggestion.
Okay.
Let's see here. It's a friend of Morquez Marizer.
Give me one second. Harry of Asgard. Hold on, let me,
I sent my suggestion over to the,
Ooh, I know who we can raid. I know who we could raid.
Who?
We could raid a friend of mine.
Okay, so Harry of Asgard, there's another friend. You know what, let's do Alan's suggestion this time. What's their name, Alan?
Dragon Joe VA.
Dragon... Okay, Dragon...
Yeah, he's collaborated
Joe?
with Morquez quite a few times.
Oh, I see it. Dragon Joe VA.
Yeah, including on comedy dubs of Lupin the Third content.
Oh, I see they're playing Resident Evil 6 co-op. Okay. Well, why don't we stop by and see them? So let's see. Dragon Joe VA. And that should be that. Alright, we're gonna go raid Dragon Joe VA. So feel free to stop with us as we are gonna go raid them. And we'll see you all very soon. Bye, guys.